fact that he's defending it at least.
We gonna have to go with that guideliner.
Hey, only Southie can call it that. Everyone else, Southie can say it because of the fact that he said, "Hey, leave the boy alone." Y'all be assholes.
Hey, if all we can say everybody's on fucking target. Everybody got a motherfucking bullseye for it. Fuck.
He said Southie. I'm done. I'm not talking.
Y'all know y'all the tornado twins, huh?
Oh, Selfie? How you doing today, Selfie? You sound like the motherfucker from Terminator. Hey, Wolfie, how's Wolfie doing?
Hey,
man, come on. The same shit as him.
I'm gonna kick this motherfucker in his shins. I'm like, cause that's as high as I can get up right now. Selfie.
And we're doing it live.
That's what I'm doing, man. I was like, don't get fucking mad at me.
Welcome to the GRG podcast, where we talk about the latest in gaming news, hot topics, and more. Let's go! With guests Lady Infamous, Delilah HD, 108 Dragons TV, Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, Blood Knuckles, 100, Kaleidoscope, and your host, K-Mega 405.
The GRG podcast.
Right
now. On the guideliner, Holmes.
There you go.
Kaleidoscope.
What's happening? What's going on? The GRG podcast is live. I think somebody said, we can hear you. I hit the wrong button. You know what I'm saying? Well, you said I got to stop posting the episode in advance if it's not going to be the right. Hey man, I posted just like, man, look, I don't even know with YouTube anymore. I just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll keep on working on it. I got some things I need to change up anyway, especially this mic. So if y'all can hear me good, cool. Let me know. Just do it and just spread this out for me because I have heard here that it goes to like 3 different things. Like people go to one place, but then it's not there in the other. But regardless, hey, look, I mean, we get DVR'd pretty much anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? People come and check us out late. So when they check it out on my channel, then they see it, then they listen to us, and then some people comment and everything. So, all right, cool. But the audio is right. Thank the heavens of Metroid. Let's go. But anyway, man, we are doing it live. We are here. The GRG podcast is in full effect. And this is the last GRG until E3. We're going to be doing collaborations. We're going to be running around. We're going to talk to the public this year. We're going to get people's reactions, see what they thought about all the conferences that's going to be available there, except for one particular one. But other than that, we're going to be ready. And we brought
I wonder which one is that.
Anyway, we
go.
we get started already. We already see this is going to be a messy show. Ain't no women here to save us tonight. And right now, man, we got a first timer coming up here as a guest. It's awesome, man, to have you on, man. So what's going on with you, Southbound? What's been happening, brother?
Oh man, I'm finally in the building with my boys GRG. What the fuck, man? How come it took so long?
I don't know, man. We was waiting on you.
God, I hit a bone last week. I'm like, what? I got herpes or something? You don't want to fuck with your boy or what? Like, what's really going on?
We heard you play.
Only if you don't wear condoms.
Well, no, we heard that you
I go raw,
VR.
baby.
So we thought when you said you play VR games, I was like, oh, he got eye herpes. We can't fuck with him. But anyway.
Nah, but you know, hey, real talk. You guys, my boys, family, all love. You know what I mean? I had to come represent because you know we game quite a bit, you know, at least we're on the party chat a lot, you know, it's always live and fun and it can't even, how could it get any better but a fucking podcast, right?
Exactly, because it's going to be just like the podcast, I mean, just like the chat, like when we're on Xbox Live. I could already see that coming out tonight, but regardless, it's going to be a fun show. But man, thank you. We got to get Megatron on here too, man, because
yeah, my boy Mega
on before y'all did.
What'd you say?
I said, how is it I was able to get Megatron on my show before y'all did?
You trying to do cool points? We're not doing that here.
I'm just saying.
I'm first. I'm better than you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You know what? There's this thing been going on between the Tornado twins, so we might as well go ahead and introduce them. And that's my boy. First off, 108 Dragons TV. That's Big Brother Tornado. You know what I'm saying? And then Little Brother NATO, our baby bot. You know what I'm saying? Bloody Knuckles. What's up? What's up, 108? What's happening with you, bro?
I'm here to huff and puff and blow his little ass house down. That's why I'm here.
Why you want to blow my little ass? Calm down.
Whoa.
Pause. Pause button. That's a giant pause button.
You know,
wow.
and we got the receipt.
You gave the material. I just left it right there.
You know what? I'm going to stay right there with that.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Hey, but real talk, why do you get all smiley? You can see you smiling when you're talking about getting blown.
What man doesn't like to be blown?
Man.
Stop it.
Man, come on, dog.
Look, it's
I'd
too
hang up
early
the
in the
fucking
show.
call, straight
It's
up.
too early in the show for that. We ain't even started drinking yet. No, let's not. Anyway.
Speak for yourself.
Haven't started drinking.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't
I've
yet.
been drinking since last night.
Oh, damn. Okay.
God.
All right. Well, now to Baby Bot. What's going on with you, Bloody Knuckles? What's happening, brother?
Oh, you already know, here causing trouble like I always do because all I do is cause shit.
Do you do this on Salty's podcast?
Huh?
Do you do this on Salty's podcast?
I have, yes, before. Yes.
You said before. How many times? You do this every week now.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm about to drop the Jay-Z
when I was
line.
there every time.
Oh,
I don't believe you. You need more
Hey, Salty be like, hell no.
Yeah, Salty ain't
Salty
got
do
that.
that.
No,
Bitch be gun spray.
I heard Salty runs a tight ship, man.
Well, Salty can't handle when me and New start going off.
Oh no, especially Noof out there and
Yeah.
Cletus and anything and everything and whatever. But
he tries to keep us clean, but man, when we start going, we can't hold it.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, all right, man, let's go, man. You wasn't here last week, Triple Cup Chuck. What's going on with you, bro, man? They told me that you was out there. You was wearing a pink comb, and man, you was getting your hair braided by the homie down the street. What's going on, man? Is that true?
Yeah, man, you know I got the old school, or what it is, the Jerry curl.
Yeah,
the Jerry curl with the perm in there, walking down sliding. But you know I'm still gonna be.
So you got a Jerry curl and a perm.
Man, you know that's before my time type stuff. I'm just trying to get in there. When I came in, it was all about the high top ramps and the kid and the plays and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you really have a high top fade?
I had a low top, high top. Yeah, I wanted to be like, kid, I'm light skinned. How many light skinned brothers you know that didn't have a high top?
I know I had mine.
Right. Yeah. We got all.
I think he was born bald and he's ending up bald, but that's
shit.
Man, what's up with you, Chuck, man? What's happening? Where you been, man?
Man,
What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be back, man. I'm ready to do this. Y'all know it's gonna be the last time with the brothers before y'all ship out to that E3. You know what I'm saying? Come through there like some juggernauts and get the marching through that thing. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all represent, so we finna get this thing started right now with a good little going out give, and we got Southbound here for the first time, so you know. E3 gonna be going live this weekend. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
And your gameplay is showing right now. Everybody gets a chance to see. Man, you're over swinging. I don't know which one is getting beat. Oh, you like? Okay, it's the light skin brigade right there. Okay, you put swing.
I love that. Can't you tell? It's the one that look like him.
Okay, yeah.
Southbound. Tim Dog,
everything I make
finger skipping lines. They had me. They're bad influences, telling me to skip people.
Hey,
those are the best
nobody's paying attention. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do,
like
brother.
3, 6, 5 guys with you. They're not gonna say too much. That's what happened.
Oh my god!
He gets security. I ain't gonna never forget that. He walking in the front, we walking in the back. I'm like, excuse me, sir, you cannot move. You gotta move from here.
That's hilarious. and L Boogie's in the on Mixer. What's up with you, L Boogie? She's saying, "Oh my God, you got South's old ass in here." Yes,
damn, throwing shade already.
I don't know if you don't remember her. She keep them tools with her. She keep them tools with her.
Yeah, that's right. Her and Miss K. Miss K.
Oh man,
Miss K don't even play when it comes to the tools, boy. She got whammies everywhere. She got them everywhere. You go, I would not dare piss her off.
I wouldn't even.
It got dark as fuck all of a sudden. It's not even. The sun's still out.
Yeah. No, you gotta be on her right side. Anyway, what's up with you, Vodka? What's going on with you, bro? Glad you could come and make it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
did you hear what I said? We gotta congratulate L Boogie for her college graduation. Let's get it, man.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations. No
Get that in.
doubt. No doubt. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not only are you smart, but you dumb at the same time because you're going to be paying hundreds of thousands of dollars back to the government.
Hell no. Hey, no. She is smart because she used that military history to her advantage. Come on, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Veterans credit.
That's veterans credit.
Get right or get left. She ain't no dummy. Mom ain't raised no fool.
No, she ain't. No, that's just fucking with you. But you got it. That tuition, man. Woof. It's rough. It's rough.
Hey, but she stuck through more than some of us. I know I didn't last. I was like, I couldn't do that shit.
You stopped in like the 6th grade.
I did.
I did stop in 6th grade.
Let's
you know,
get
He's
to
like
let's
2 plus 2 equals 7.
Wonder Twins.
Hey, look.
Wonder Twins.
Look.
We got one. We got another guest, man. Come on. I mean, we not a guest.
No,
we got
but
another person to
Southbound
go.
was getting in on the insult too. Come on now.
Hey, man, the guest is allowed to throw a little DLC every once in a while. But
DLC.
What's happening with you, bro? Hey, 99 pesos, man. Are you gonna be on your best behavior now since Southbound is on here tonight?
Always on my best behavior.
And you know what I'm saying?
That's a lie.
But
I'm always on it.
it's all going to hell now because guess who came into the building?
Hey, are we even getting any topics tonight? Because this shit is filthy.
It's filthy already. This is
Messy.
how this works. It's
Messy.
just messy already. Anyway, what's going on with you, 100?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Drinking on damn what I'm drinking on. Tequila.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Let me tell you something.
Hey, we gotta turn 100 up some more.
No.
It's gonna turn it up for him.
Yeah, he's gonna turn himself up.
Yeah, he's gonna turn himself.
You talking a little low?
Be cool.
You talking a little
We'll
low?
be a little cool, but hey,
Your
let's
boy
go on and start
South
the
here.
show.
Okay.
Your right hand man in crime.
All right.
Hey, don't get mad. This, you know what I'm saying? This California love over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right, cool.
Cold ass New York.
West side is the best side.
Oh, okay. We state tripping right now. All right.
Who
It's okay,
banging?
Mega. We got the Midwest covered.
Yeah, no doubt. Mid-South, Midwest. I mean, you know what I'm
Dirty
saying?
South.
Yeah, that's Chuck.
Yeah,
Chuck's on that dirty South. Chuck's on that dirty South.
Chuck to Texas, from Louisiana to Texas. That's pretty much it. But yeah, definitely Louisiana.
And then we.
You always want to include Texas.
OP said he'll come in.
Hey, Texas
and
is
then
everywhere,
live.
bro. Let's be honest.
And then live said he was live popped in, popped out. Probably had mic problems or had or Donald Trump. You know, Lily Bianca. You know what I'm saying?
And he wanted them little blue pills to get his mic to work.
Oh, shit. Chuck, not you. Come on, Chuck. Not you. I expect to get the rest of these yahoos, but not you, Chuck.
He said, "Hello, can I hear you?"
All right, let's get to the topic.
Yo, South, you see what you did? You done came through and everybody going crazy.
Hey,
me and 100.
this shit is sloppy.
It's sloppy, bro. That's why Rand will never come here, man. We done. You know what I'm saying? This ain't his type of party, bro.
Hey, Rand be like, "Hey, man, you guys are fucked up, man. I'm out of here."
Yeah, I'm out of here. Okay, so let's get to it.
As long as you don't leave and call us a bunch of bitches.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, let's get to the topics, man. Right.
He's like, "You guys are hopeless."
Hey, that's the way to do it.
Thank you, Rand, for your insults. We appreciate it. Let's get to the first topic, and that is the Division 2. If you have not been hearing about Division 2 and the little issue that's been going on, if some people are calling it an issue, it is the new raid that they have coming out. And it's already out.
Wait, coming out?
No, it's already out. It's around. It's the 8-man raid that they have. And I've heard horror stories about it. I cannot wait. I had to get my character built up to 500. I was right there. I was at like 488, but I still had to play these missions that I didn't get a chance to play to because I've been playing everything else. But then I finally got to 500. Now I'm ready to go and do this 8-man raid. But
it's like damn near unbeatable.
That's what I've been hearing, and the fact that there's people that's been asking Ubisoft to lower the level. We found out that there's been some PC players that has beat it. The first time they beat it was under 5 hours.
PlayStation also. So that team on PlayStation, but very few.
3 hours, huh?
Yeah, somebody beat. Yeah, and then the next time that the PC people beat it, it was under 3 hours. I don't know if any console players has had the chance to beat it, but it's been the
PlayStation did. Team on PlayStation did, but
really?
as far as I know, no Xbox players. So Start with the jokes.
The Xbox players better step that game up. They got to step it up.
Someone's got to step up. Someone's got to be the team to lead it off for Xbox.
All right.
Get the people ready.
Well, let me go to our guest, man, and get your opinion on it. I mean, have you got a chance to play the raid? And if not,
you know what it is? What messed it up is there's no matchmaking. So you got to have legit 8 people that you play with or that you at least talk to get in the raid. So I don't know about you, but I don't have that many people I play with that are on at the same time like that. I might have like 5, 6 max, but 8, that's kind of tough. You know what I mean? And I try to holler at people on Twitter like, hey, man, help your boy South get to, level 30. And all I got was crickets. I was like, damn, nobody loves your boy South.
You got to use that feature. You got to use that feature. Create a team.
Nah, man. I thought I got to get some Twitter love. You know what I mean? So and then my boy Bone came through. Flip Money came through. So they carried me, put me on their shoulders, and your boy's good. 500.
All right, so you ready to go? So right now, okay, so I'm 500. 100's 500. You are 500. Anybody else on here 500?
I'm like a 60, but Livewire just entered.
Yeah, no, I seen Livewire. I seen him pop in. I'll get to him. So I guess
but live, is he gonna be awake or is he gonna be live or is he gonna be sleep talking again?
Yeah, listen, I only sleep sometimes. I'll be pretending.
Oh,
this dude was like, yeah, I'm up. I'm awake though.
Every night.
You ain't kicked out. Why you telling my business?
And he hear, but man, what the hell is wrong with you? You're always sleeping.
Every night. But all right, Live, since you in here, man, what's going on with you? Have you even what level are you now in the division?
I'm working through tier 1.
Okay. All right, cool.
So that's where I'm at.
All right. Well, that's good.
Hey, yeah.
What do you think about the whole situation where people are asking for Ubisoft to lower the raid with the 8-player raid?
It's hard for me to say. I mean, I don't even know what's the number.
What do you mean? What's the number?
How many people are they?
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
It's 8 people. It's 8 people that plays in this raid, but the raid is like is ungodly. It's just really, really hard to beat. And there's people
so they want you to lower the level.
There's people that's been complaining to Ubisoft that they want to lower the difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being, because it's almost like you're only catering to the super hardcore in that aspect. So not only do they got to be like hardcore as far as skill, but they also got to be hardcore into the game. Like that's pretty much they gonna know life it with you.
No, what was that game not too long ago, like 2 months ago, where everybody's like, it's too hard, please, too low.
Sekiro.
Potato, tomato, whatever the fuck you call it.
Facts.
Thank you.
I'm
just here to pronounce the Japanese title.
Well,
I forgot you're Mr. Anime fucking Ching Chong.
The only thing that makes that different though is that
nothing else to bloody after that.
Listen, the only thing that makes that different is the fact that when you're playing Sekiro, the difficulty, you're only worried about you getting through. Like if you're playing, but the dude's supposed to be guarding your back, keeps on dying, that's gonna be a sucky ass experience. Because even though you're cleaning up shot, you keep on getting shot in the back of the head, and you're like, man, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Oh man.
Are you calling yourself out there?
I didn't even get to that. I didn't even get to that level, so I can't even say.
I think they did do it with Xbox. I remember him to say it took like 20-something hours to actually beat it.
Oh hell no!
Well, the first time that I think the first people that beat it, they said there was some PC people that said that it took 20 hours to beat. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I do know that the other PC group that the first main ones that I've heard about that they beat it in 5 hours. And then I'm hearing that some more people have beat it in less time. I think it's all about repetition, pretty much. I mean, the more that you keep playing, the more you see.
That's every game,
That is, but this is where it comes down to. The people that are asking for it to be hard, no. this is where I'm going to disagree with you completely, Livewire. These raids and these endgame content is absolutely for the hardcore. It's for the people who put the time into the game.
Facts.
The same thing happened with Destiny, right? With every raid, it took several hours of hardcore teams that would literally play all day, every day, and actually strategize. And it still took them time to figure out the mechanics.
How many times did it take more than 20 hours to figure it out? Like usually, within the first 10 hours, 2 or 3 teams already beat it.
No, that was for the first raid. If you remember back in Destiny 1, Volta Glass took a team 13 hours to figure out. A real team.
A real team.
Yes, a real team.
No lobby.
Yeah, wasn't it Brown Man and all them cats?
No, it wasn't them. It was another team. It was one of the big Destiny clans, and each raid has taken at least over 8 hours for most of them, except for the last one. I believe.
But you notice how they always stream. As soon as someone beat it, then bam, everybody,
Because everyone's watching the streams of the big teams that are doing it, learning the mechanics. Remember, the teams that are doing it are learning the mechanics. After that, everyone takes the information that they discovered and pass it out. And everyone tries to get used to those mechanics, and that's where repetition comes out.
How come it hasn't worked on Division then?
Because of the fact that when you look at those ones, you got to understand the big things was learning out the puzzle mechanics that tie into the bosses. I haven't seen much of the raid for Division, so I don't know if they have a lot of that going into it. Whereas that was the main key for Destiny. Here it could just be an issue of bullet sponges.
The bosses are just ridiculously hard from what I hear.
Yeah, but Destiny's different. Sometimes you got to know how to get through a certain area like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying?
You had to know what kind of weapon to use.
But that's what I'm saying,
your backup players, what positions to play.
Straight gun work and teamwork.
And hiding your ass behind some cover.
Right. It's different because Destiny is not like that. Destiny is a little bit more. Like I said, there was the one in one of the raids where you had to know how to get through the cavern.
Well, yeah, but that's in between that's in between the boss fights. I was like, after that, learning the actual mechanics of the boss fights is what was the biggest thing because each one had their own nuances to what was going on. But that's what I'm saying is that these raids, these really big end game contents like that take teams time, and it's only for the hardcore that are going to do it. Other than that, after it's been out for a while and it's been done multiple times and people know it, that's when it's easy for newer people to do it later on. But if it's your first time with a group, you're never going to be able to get through it. Remember,
that goes back to what I was saying about matchmaking.
Yes,
I mean, how many people got 8 people, faithfully playing at the same time?
Well, that's the thing, though. That's why there's a lot of self-made groups that came out with LFGs way back in the day for them, too. Because remember, Destiny 1 never had matchmaking either. It wasn't until Destiny 2 that they introduced even the concept of matchmaking for raids. Those big end game contents were never meant to be match made. They were meant for dedicated groups. Yes, having 8 people is definitely hard if you're not in a clan, especially if everyone's working at different times. But it's still meant for those people.
Right. And one thing I will say is that I think the more that the people will complain, I don't think that they will lower the difficulty.
They said they're not.
No, and they shouldn't.
I totally agree. But I think that they will implement matchmaking. Because I think that because they want people to play this, people ask for this type of for these type of raids, and now we see why. Because that was one of the questions why I asked about Destiny. Why we don't have 6 people that can play or this many people that can play at one particular time? It was because of this factor. If they don't have matchmaking, then it's almost useless. And the fact that when you are playing with somebody in matchmaking, the communication could be off because somebody's mic could be off. Somebody could be just dicking around, not playing the game properly.
Right. That's happened to me a few times in Division. That's happened to me a few times where they don't even talk. And you're just like, hey, bro, let's go here. Let's do this. And it's like crickets.
Y'all talking about Destiny. In Apex, we get it. And it's a 3-man team. People ain't got mics.
Right.
Or they're not using their mics.
Right. So,
it's 2019. Who in the fuck doesn't have a mic?
But
you'd be surprised.
People that don't use their mic.
Right.
Come on.
Maybe they broke their mic.
That's why I like, how they have the LFG, it says mics, you got to have a mic. If you want to mess with us, rock with us, you got to have a mic.
Yeah, you do.
Mics only.
Well, let me go ahead and hit up Chuck. Do you have anything to say on this? Do you even play Division?
Nah, I ain't really too big of a Division fan, but I know, I always understand the concept because when they playing and the people that they playing against is like too easy and they run through a raid, and then once you run through a raid and you do it multiple times, it get easy and you get faster at doing it.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, just like going back to Destiny, you know, you got people soloing the raids, you know what I mean? So it gets to the point where it's like that. But so far, we're a week and a half out from when the raid dropped, and it ain't getting any easier, that's for sure.
Right.
That's a good thing, though. Get replayability.
Right.
Yes.
I agree, 100%.
That part is true. So anyway, 100. Did you have anything you want to say on this before we move on?
Man, I don't know why people complaining. Remember, stuff is too easy. They got a problem with it when it's too hard. Step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Get your motherfucking, get your gear score up. Learn how to shoot. Get your weapons together. And get you a team. Yeah, we need matchmaking with that. I prefer a little matchmaking sometimes with some random. Especially when you got like 4 people or 5 people and you just need 3 other people.
Right.
Because I have matchmake during the campaign. We have matchmake before, and you said word to a person. You know, we'll get somebody to wave at
that's what were they thinking? Why wouldn't they put matchmaking? Because they
said they was going to do it. They didn't have it ready, and they kept on pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And people was complaining, and they they got scared of public demand, and they just said it was going to put it out there. And instead of sitting there like, we're going to hold on until we can get the matchmaking right.
Well, instead of people complaining about the difficulty, people need to complain about matchmaking. If they want to make a change, add matchmaking to it.
Yeah. It's not the difficulty. It's the fact that people have trouble getting the support. That's where it is.
Yeah, it's having trouble getting a full 8 to get it going on.
Yeah, so that's...
But a lot of people that's complaining about it, their gear score ain't up there. See, the thing about it is, you got to have a certain amount of gear score. You're going to have to do a whole amount of things to even play that mode.
It don't even take that long to get your gear score up, though. That's the whole thing.
A lot of people don't know how to do what we do. A lot of people ain't been on that game day one. A lot of people don't have friends to sit there and go take your ass to World Tier 5 and go get you a bunch of gear, even though you don't need that gear at the time. You can't put it on, but when you got to put it on, you strong and go help someone else out. You know what I'm saying? Help in hand. Everybody don't do that. Some people play everybody for themselves. Or I know people sit there. Oh, I'm just on level 30. I'm like, so you want to get your gear score up? Let me know right now, because if I get into a certain game, I'm not coming in that motherfucker tonight. Oh, do it tomorrow. I'm getting drunk tomorrow.
Right. That's just come on,
okay, let me give y'all something from somebody who bought the game myself, and I don't play it like that. Okay, when you get these games, no matter what game it is, right? I hear all these so-called, this generation of gamers ain't nothing but a bunch of goddamn complainers anyway. Instead of stepping up and doing what we did back in the days, if a game was challenging, we took our time out to learn how to beat it. But instead of them doing that, they sit in these forums and they cry. Okay, I haven't put the time in to the Division 2, nowhere near what anybody in this room has put in. But let me tell you something. I cannot complain about something being challenging on gameplay for my $65, and I spent $100 and something for the game. What I'm saying is, who wants to beat something real quick and then complain? Wasn't that the first problem with Destiny's first DLC?
Yeah, I mean, and that was a problem with Division.
20 minutes. I was looking like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, and because once you beat something, you gotta you gotta keep
no reward, no gratification. So when I read this, and like I said, I haven't played, but I'm just talking about from a gamer's experience. We want to get out here and play something that's challenging. So when you finally beat that mother, you like, damn, I accomplished something. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
Amen. I agree with you 100%.
Man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Get your game up. Put the work into the game, because, like I said, Destiny is about knowing how to beat a level besides leveling up. But the Division is all about your gear and your weapon levels and your skills and your communication. So you don't need 8 people on to get busy. You just need to know how to coordinate and communicate. You get into a room, you don't know people, get on your mic and communicate. Yo, help me. I need your help. That's what co-op game is.
I didn't know we were going to church tonight, but
no. We're going to church. Lemon fried chicken. That's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just what it is. And like I said, I haven't put the time in, but I ain't spending all this money on these special editions, collector's editions, the ultimate editions to beat no content or DLC in goddamn 20 minutes. Step the game up. That's what real gamers do.
Here's the thing, man. Most of the people.
Honestly, nothing needs to be said anymore.
No.
Right
All I'm trying to say.
Period.
All I'm trying to say is the people that are complaining are the people who aren't even really going to be doing this shit anyways. They're just wanting to just do it to be vocal. That's the unfortunate aspect.
Yeah, my man just said it point blank. The motherfuckers are pansies these days.
That part is true.
Oh no!
Butts.
Again, it's the people who aren't even going to be playing it. That's the shit.
No, they want to play it, but
everyone wants to be
achievement whores. They want that achievement.
No. People want to be spoon-fed shit nowadays. That's the thing. Everyone wants to be fucking spoon-fed.
You know what? I don't even think it's that. And then we're going to move on to the next topic. But this is the thing for me is it's I don't think it's people that, I mean, there's people that do want to get spoon-fed, but I think overall, I think that the people that do the most of complaining are the people that don't play those games. And maybe it's the fact that they want to try to play those games, but they know that it's not to their difficulty. It's not, the game is going to be at a higher difficulty than what they want to play, so they want it to be dumbed down, but they want to complain about it, hopefully that somebody will listen. I think that's just the new energy that's going on.
Kim, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Do Dark Souls players complain about that?
No.
Okay.
They
Sakura started this.
But why did Sekiro get that hate? You know why? Because first of all, Sekiro is a game that everybody wanted to play because of the style of game. Understand? They saw this magic and the abilities and the head chopping and like, yo, I want that, right? Not knowing it was like Dark Souls because they're not Dark Souls players. So when they picked it up, they was like, whoa, wait a minute. This ain't really for me. It needs to be easier. That's the difference. Dark Souls players are hardcore players. Sekiro appealed to more visually of a wider audience. So wider audience picked it up, but they wasn't built for that work. That's why they got those complaints.
Yep.
Facts.
Right.
And I'll agree to that.
Other Zinc brought up a good point. He said no Ninja Gaiden started it. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden did start it because it was very difficult.
And that shit was hard.
Yeah, very difficult learning curve.
But nobody was complaining.
But I mean, there was people that was complaining, but nobody.
You know what? That was a different era.
Yeah,
games were hard.
Social media
didn't have that type of pull that it has now.
I mean, this shit's been going on back since the old days. I mean,
no, not in the old days. You try to go back and play Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts and see how you figure out.
That's what I'm saying, though. Those games were always fucking hard.
Go play the original Rygar and get back.
Rygar, Galogo 13. You're an anime fan. Play Galogo 13 when you had to get past this tank.
Yes.
Killing himself.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The first time I felt a little dirty when I seen Gogo 13 over here had the girl take off her clothes and turned off the lights in the hotel room.
Remember that?
I said, what? Okay.
Hey, Knuckles, this is no knock to you, but I don't even know if you was around then.
No, I
wasn't around.
That was one of the hardest games on the market.
All right, guys, let's move on.
Coming around in the nutsack.
All right, let's get on to the next one.
I mean, I wasn't even a twink on my daddy's eyes at the time.
Knuckles. Chill. Okay, let's get to the next topic, please.
Of course. I yelled at.
He said next.
I'm trying to say let's go to the next topic, and you still want to be the last one to talk. Come on, bro. Let's get to it. This is why we have 3-hour podcasts. We don't need to do that tonight. We got to guess. All right. Microsoft announced Xbox content moderation to cut back on toxic comments. Their own approach to censorship. Now, I know Knuckles. I mean, a girl posted something today that had something to do with Sony and what they were doing with censorship. So I'll get to you to talk about that. But what do you guys think? I'm finna go to you 100 first on this one. And then I'll go to Chuck. What do you think about this approach with censorship? I mean, to try to take out the toxic comments and then people just saying negative things and all of that. Do you feel that it's going too far, or do you think that it's needed, especially with the climate, with so many different people and ethnicity country, and you know what I'm saying, the people of people with different sexual preferences and things like that. do you think that it's necessary to try to take away all that type of hate, or is it censorship and people need to just deal with it or whatever? What is your thoughts?
I'm gonna put it this way. I see a lot of people on the interweb crying, bitching, and complaining because somebody called them something in their comment section. You know what you do? You either delete that comment, or you can just say you can go report them to YouTube. You talking to about a person that got called everything out of the book, but how can you? They think about it, that's why I say it goes too far. Now I can see if we're playing an online game. Say we're playing Madden. We know somebody in here got disemboweled for a couple of weeks, running his mouth. I ain't gonna say his name.
I'm gonna bring that up.
But no, I'm saying he got disemboweled. He got disemboweled. But my thing is, if people. The world is cruel. I don't know why people thinking everything's gonna be nice. The world is cruel, and people gonna say nasty shit to you. You have to take that and you have to flip that over to a positive. I flip and make it a positive. I laugh at it. I'm sitting there because that's what I don't understand. You don't think Drake gets it? You don't think Kobe Bryant gets it? You don't think Westbrook get it? You don't think Barry Bonds get it? It don't matter what color of skin you are. You're a man, boy, girl, transsexual, heterosexual, all them sexuals. That is your thing, and you're gonna get it. I come from the old school where they didn't use the word punk. They used another word start with an S, and I ain't gonna say it on here. That's when I grew up with, and I didn't see it not coming. Medic said it and all that, but they took it as a joke.
Real quick, Bone. Hey, what happened to bagging on each other?
Nobody can't take the joke because see, I'm not a see. They not a
we used to slap box in the streets. What happened?
Can't do it no more.
Tito Jackson, everybody.
The social justice police come in and then they want to complain to the big wigs. This person, trust me. What's
the snipe saying, Demolition Man? The world has come to a Brady but pussy whip version of itself.
Oh shit.
But this shit is weird. I don't feel like nobody be sensitive. I mean, if you want to, if that person say something, you got the option to disembowel them, get rid of them. But a lot of people that's complaining spend too much time on the interweb in the first place. They say they playing games with you on Twitter. You saying that you're a gamer, you're doing something else. You're complaining. You in these forums, you on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? You in these DMs. And you wonder why I get talked about every day on Twitter. And sometimes I join in, sometimes I don't. I dropped the bomb on one dude today just because I was bored. But it wasn't ruining my life. My life wasn't going away. I was not finna go cry and I'm finna commit suicide and none of that. No. I'm waiting on like, damn, I'm gonna drink tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
damn, Brenda got a big butt.
I'm going to be stop it. We're gonna do. I'm gonna play devil's advocate on everybody's comment that's on either side.
Am I.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on every side. So 100. You just made a point saying that that these kids out here they just so sensitive and soft and don't know how to 108, please.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay. So you and basically what's going on is that they have that they're too soft to take any type of criticism. Now, do you know that there is suicides and bullying is at an all-time high that it and that it's ever been? So I mean, you basically just saying that these kids,
God no. See, think about it. I mean, bullying been around since the beginning of time.
It has, but
it's just because people got no numbers, they can do a little step. I don't think it's no different when I was 12 years old. No,
it's a lot different. 100. I mean, just by social media, you got way more people to talk that you can interact with.
Oh man, I used to get on the bus and get bagged on.
Okay, so that's what 40 people on the bus compared to you can get on Twitter.
That's 40 people on the bus. You're doing it 5 days a week.
You talk to hundreds of people in hours.
Facts.
But you chose to talk to these hundreds. You chose to talk. I'm gonna put it this way: if you grown, you can't get bullied. Now, if you're a kid, if this is my kid, if this is my kid, and I see I'm gonna see what my kid doing. I got a 12-year-old. I'm gonna see what he's doing. I've been peeking this party from every now and then.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I'm going to say.
It's all being a parent.
Where's the parents at? Where the fuck's the parents at?
Now,
you know, the problem is all these parents.
Y'all got the wrong ideal of bullying. They mean like something like this. Here. Let me give you an example. Look, Beyonce, right? Let's say they got a bunch of Beyonce fans, and you might say something that's criticized. Y'all know people that we call trolls, and just imagine you getting, you know, at a young age, you get attacked over and over and over again. Trolls is that they dangerous when they were 12, 13 years old because they ain't out doing, they can't go out. They got to sit there. So they go all day long. And then they'll do it to a person so bad, so much, so often where you just looking at your phone going, ding, 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 ding. You ain't shit. You going to die. Hope you die. Drink bleach. Hope you die. Die. They make a 10, 12-year-old want to just delete his account and just say, well, I don't want to deal with this, or it hurt him so bad he don't know how to handle it. You know, somebody like me, I mean, I don't care what you say. It don't bother me. Like how Bound say, in way and out the other ear. Some things is too much. Like when
not everybody's built that way, but I think it starts with the parents. Too many parents these days are gaslighting these fucking kids, thinking they're the greatest in the world. When you know what, reality is a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that it is.
You know what I mean? You got to teach your kids. You know, there's both sides of this fucking table, and you know what? The world isn't a beautiful place.
Guess what they doing? They're letting the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch,
raise their kids.
Facebook, be their mama and their daddy. Because they ain't bothering them.
Babysitter, facts.
They ain't bothering them.
That's why I said it starts with the fucking parents. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe I'm just saying it because I don't have kids or whatever, and you know, maybe I don't know.
Well, that's a big. Yeah, that right there. I mean, you don't have kids, so it's one of those things. I get what you're saying, and I get what 100's saying, but there's also, it's like what El Boogie said in the chat. It's like we all sound like old men sitting on our perch talking about what we went through. We don't. Chuck hit it properly. Like it's these kids. They're coming up in a whole different thing. And South, I totally agree with you on this. Is that there's a lot of parents out there that shelter their kids so much that they don't want them to believe that anything is wrong. But
see, you know, also, and Boogie, you know, I already know because Boogie's my girl, so I know the type of parent she is. She'll take her daughter, sit her down, and say, you know what, this world's a nasty place, and people are gonna try to tear you down and break you. And
that's real parenting,
your world.
You know what? Parents need parenting lessons.
But there's also parents out there, though, 108, that works their ass off where there's just a single parent at the house and you know, and the kid is a teenager, and how, you know what I'm saying, and that person is trying to provide for their child. So it's not like that they can be there, and it's not like what
listen.
Hang on,
you got cell phones.
It ain't a one size fits all situation.
Let me say this, right? Because y'all grew up in a different age. I grew up in this age, all right? This I understand more than y'all have that older perspective and what y'all go through, and you're right. Y'all have a perspective and experience that y'all into, but I was like, I'm the one who actually was growing up in this generation, so I've seen how it is. It is different.
We walked back and forth to school up fucking hills in the snow with no shoes. God damn it!
So Blake, go ahead and say what your point. But I was going to come to you in operations last because I mean you are the younger guys on the group, and I wanted to get you in operations point about it, but let the old men just go ahead and just have their say, and then you can kick it in because I want you to get onto the PlayStation stuff too. So go ahead and finish what you was going to say right fast so we can get on to everybody else and you'll get it.
It's harder for the young kids. And you're right, because the fact that when y'all were growing up, y'all didn't have as much of a connection with the wider world than what we do now. And part of that is because of the rise of the internet, the rise of social media. Everything is instantaneous, from information that's given out to the way that we talk to people. So before, when you would talk to someone, it wouldn't take as long. Now with these kids growing up with these handhelds that, yes, they're being used as babysitters. It is definitely an issue of the parents not being around or really talking to these kids. But some of these kids, like you said, they're raised by single parents. I was raised by a single parent. I was like, I didn't really get to see my mom for a long time because of the fact that she was working hard with three younger kids.
Well, let me ask you a question real quick before you elaborate any further. Your mom didn't tell you, hey, dumbass, don't be putting no dick flicks on the internet because you know what? That's just gonna go around the school if you mess around saying it's the wrong person. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she absolutely did. But that's the thing.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you remember, part of it is also the kids are stupid. We all done stupid shit. I did my fair share of stupid shit. But
well, then you learned your lesson.
Exactly. But that's the thing. But the thing is, when some of those people, it's one of those things that it's a both. It's some of these parents aren't sitting down with these kids, really giving it to them straight. They're not letting them know, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. This is the kind of bullshit you're going to deal with. This is how it's going to be.
Isn't that just saying rehashing what I just said?
No, but what I'm saying is that at the same time, the kids are going through things because of the fact that everything is so much more openly available. You got to think now, even people that you don't know, everything is so hyper connected. You're getting attacked by people that you may have never seen before, never spoke to before, and they know every fucking thing about you because literally everything is so open. They can find you on any fucking platform. It doesn't matter where you are, and you're having to deal with it. Like Chuck brought up, is that everything's instantaneous. You're hearing your phone go off 27 times, just getting message after message after message after message. Everything is so in your face now that it's hard to escape it. And then now, unfortunately, like you said, y'all slap box in the streets, y'all grew up fighting. A lot of kids nowadays, not all of them do. I was like, and the ones that do absolutely abuse the fact that they know that they fucking fight or that they strong. And people are getting fucking beat around in school. And the thing is, no one takes that kind of shit serious nowadays. I was like, you get fucking knocked around in school and people are kicking you in the fucking face. No one else is going to fucking step in. They're going to keep doing it and doing it. And the teachers, when they step in, they're just like, hey, you got to stop. You can't do that anymore. No. Then 2 days later, happens all over again. It's the same bullshit all the time. I was like, bullying and all that shit, it's much different now. Yes,
it's just a vicious
My son,
cycle
12
because
years old.
The school needs to have more power in stopping the shit, but the parents, no, don't talk to my kid this way. Don't look at my kid this way. No bullshit. If you need somebody to babysit your kids,
even 300. That's what it is. We all 300.
But also the main factor here is that I don't know about. I would think Chuck is in this realm as well. I know Livewires wasn't, and maybe 108 was, because me and 108 is around the same age. But where I'm from, and I know Chuck can relate with this, even if this didn't happen to him, though. If we acted a fool in the damn neighborhood, that my mom, my grandma, the neighbor could come out and whoop your ass. There was no. You couldn't act a damn fool. Now that shit don't fly no more because people, take it literally. But back in my days, let you be acting a fool out there in somebody's yard, or you cutting up too much, and if one of those people out there, neighbors said, look, calm your ass down, and you didn't, they could tear your ass up and take you home and take you to your mama, and take you to your family.
And your parent would thank them for whooping that ass.
Whoop your ass again for embarrassing them. That's how it was back then. So,
I grew up with that. It depends on where you're raised. Where I grew up, I was like, my neighborhood, I was like, everyone on the street knew each other. I was like, all the kids were at each other's houses, all the parents knew each other. One person acted for one person's house, all the parents could say some shit and they gonna whoop your ass, every one of them.
We still getting out of the context of censorship.
I know. But we're gonna get back. Bloody. I said I was gonna come to you last, and you still talking.
Shut your ass up.
Damn, Bloody. I'm trying to give you the opportunity to have the last say in it, and you just want to keep going. All right, thank you, sir. Hold on, let me pay the bills. The reason why parents are limited because the government took the rights of the parents to be a parent to discipline your child. I know because I have.
Let me respond to my man Thomas Franks. You gonna blame ACS?
He made a good point. You
gonna blame ACS? Hell no.
My boy Thomas Franks got five kids to feed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's my boy from Total Recall? He said, "Man, I got 5 kids to feed. 5
cab driver."
The cab driver.
I know. But anyway, let me get Chuck's perspective, and then I'm finna go to Livewire and get his point of view on this. But Chuck, what do you think about this whole censorship situation?
Oh man, you already gave mine.
Oh, did you? Oh well, yeah, you would say yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, all right. Oh, what about you, Livewire?
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Thanks, Livewire.
Yeah, you're bad.
Wait,
I was wanting some knowledge from a scholar, but I got nothing. I got nothing. So, all right, okay. So, operations.
What's up?
You one of the young bucks in the crew, and so, what is your thoughts about this? I know this is something that you wanted to touch on. So, give us your perspective. I mean, what's the whole deal with the whole censorship with Microsoft? Do you feel that it's appropriate? Do you feel like it's too far? Because you know that YouTube and Google and others is really hampering this. And then, of course, what happened with Facebook, they're implying this. Is this infringing on our rights to be who we are, or is this necessary?
Real quick, just catch me up. We're talking about Microsoft's new strategy to take a cracking on, I guess, offensive, language on Xbox Project, stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I think
bullying, basically. Bullying.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Basically, it will get to that point. That's it. Oh, Live, you good?
You good, Live? What's Live? You all right?
No. I'm trying to set up my mic. My shit just turned off. So when
mute it and come back when you're ready.
You just start talking.
Number one, this is what happened. My mic turned off right while I was talking. So trying to reset it, I have to talk to the mic. Don't tell me to fucking mute the mic while I'm trying to do some shit. How about you shut the fuck up and let me do what the fuck I'm doing? How about that?
What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
New Jack City. Shut the fuck up.
What's wrong with you?
You're supposed to be a college professor or ex-college professor. You need to articulate yourself a little bit better than that, boss.
He was very articulate. It was another way though.
Anyway, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Wow. Okay, operations. Go ahead. Continue, please.
Yeah, I think it will get to that point. Well, I understand people. I understand hate speech and stuff getting directed towards somebody, but at the same time, like Xbox Live Party Chat on this online network, this general approach of cracking down for everybody is not the right way to go. There should be a way for people, I guess at least ban them, mute them some sort of way. But if they are being hateful towards you, you have to bother them. Taking to crack down everybody is right, the free speech and whatnot. It's completely bogus at this point. I think Microsoft taking a more, preferred approach to censorship than Sony, because Sony's a little more blatant, because they're literally telling you what you can and cannot do. Microsoft's trying to go a little PC route, saying he can't say certain things, get people offended and stuff like that. So this, it's just it's gonna get worse after a certain point, because as we're actually trying now, just certain things we can't say already. There's certain things you can't do on the internet because people get offended and whatnot. You are seeing with some people, they'll say one thing, people take it out of context, and after the whole career is over at that certain point. So it's really going to get worse from this point on. I think this approach they're doing is really ridiculous. This is unnecessary, but this is the direction we're going in, because Microsoft, they're really trying to carry that really inclusivity crowd for everybody, trying to get everybody under their umbrella, because it looks good in revenue. If you create an environment that's habitable for everybody at that point, you really kind of cater to them, it's going to benefit from that in the end. But at the same time, everybody else, I don't think they really care about everybody else who's going to affect in this process as well. So this whole censorship thing they're trying to do, it's really going to make it worse for everybody else, because as time progresses, people get softer. We're going to allow certain things keep going forward. It's really getting to a certain point where you're going to not get in trouble, but you almost won't be able to say much or maybe speak your mind to a certain point, because somebody take it offensive. You can only trust who people are around you, because you never know if people get offended by it at this point in time, because now we're not allowed to say certain things at this point. So I don't know, man. It's scary times right now. I don't know what's really gonna happen for it, but I don't like where it's going.
What if they're doing 18 and up, where they can have where people be if you 18 and up, they'll kind of mix you more in that crowd there. So you know, to keep you ground people from the kids, that'll kind of cut down from the hearing all this profanity from these kids. So
that's not going to work, because there's still adults who complain about hate speech directed towards them. I remember there's an incident a while ago. This man on Xbox Party Chat, he was homosexual, and people were sending pretty much hate speech towards him. Pretty much, he was complaining to Microsoft, and he was an adult too. So separating the kids from adults is not a solution, because there's going to be adults that will be affected by this as well.
Yeah.
Well, it goes back to having thick skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, you're going to get the business being, sensitive and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if I know if I'm going to get my feelings hurt, I'm not going in a certain spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know my sexual preference or whatever may have you, what I like, is going to clash with a bunch of different people's opinions. Why are you going to go into that situation knowing that you're going to get shit on?
I mean, can't they do something as
They're
far
trying
as
for everybody to conform to how they are at that point. Like instead of them just like getting thick skin, they try to make everybody come down to their level, get softer skin. Like, no, you can't say that. No, you gotta be all nice and touchy everybody.
Well, no, okay, but then I don't know what build of Xbox you guys are on, but now the messages you have to okay them unless you're on your friends list. You have to okay the messages.
Yeah.
So you won't even see. Yeah, you'll see. Oh, you got 3, 4, 5 notifications or whatever.
Right.
But you don't know exactly what they're saying until you could choose to see what it is, or you can just delete it right off the gate.
See, that's good countermeasure right there. You don't have to see it at all. If there's like random spamming your messages, you can just ignore them at that point. You don't see the message.
That's all they have to do, basically. I don't think they need to do, because if you give, you just give everybody a vote. Well, then you get a bunch of people hating on you. Next, you're banned just for, talking shit and clowning around. And you're like, what the hell?
You might just be good at a game and beat somebody, and then they don't like it. Then, a couple
exactly. How many times does that happen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, Bone, didn't it happen to you a while ago?
No, it happened to Lemon.
That's right.
That's why I'm waiting my turn. I'm waiting my turn.
Yeah, matter of fact, live. Go ahead and finish with the point that you was going.
Yeah, no, I was what I was saying earlier is like the situation that you're dealing with is sometimes people are gonna have I wouldn't say thin skin, but at the beginning of Xbox Live, the shit was stupid. Like kids would come in and they just curse all day and night. You be like, God damn, motherfucker, you shut that
I don't know how many 12-year-olds gang raped by moms. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was just all kinds of craziness. Nowadays, if we came into a party and somebody was talking like that, we kick their ass out. We'd be like, man, shut your bitch ass up. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't deal with that shit. But the difference is I guess what they're looking at is like when you're not in a party chat, when you're just like playing randos, how do you adjust that? Now they have all these different what do they call them shits again? The new shit that they got.
Oh
like,
yeah,
like a filter, whatever.
Yeah, that's like those new lobbies. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, they're
where it's like, if I no swearing, no this, no that, or whatever.
Yeah, those different.
So like
those clubs, they're clubs.
Yeah, the clubs.
Yeah.
So if you join a club, you should be fine. There should be no issues with that.
All your friends are not in the same club.
Huh? Say it again.
All your friends are not in the same clubs either.
No. I'm just saying if you're gonna go do some rando shit, like you just want to play by yourself. Mm-hmm. Well, not by yourself, but like say none of your friends are there, but you just want to play a multiplayer game, right? Then you have to join one of those clubs to know that everybody knows what the rules are of that club. Right. That's what's going to have to be. Not to say
there's some structure so you know the boundaries that you're going into.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And Microsoft can dictate. I mean, I'm sure they can go on. You key in on specific words and all that shit, but like you assume if you're going into that type of environment and it's supposed to be just a bunch of random people, you don't know everybody. Most people ain't gonna be. I don't want to say most people, but normal people ain't gonna go in there and just start cussing at people randomly. You would assume, especially if that's the unless you're just one of those crazy people and be like, oh man, I just want to go fuck with these people over here. I mean, that's possible, but your ass will get kicked out dumb quick,
right?
So because they're gonna have algorithms for that shit.
Yeah. And there's always going to be somebody to cry, oh, my First Amendment, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
But not if you join that party, because I'm pretty sure they make you sign. It'd be like, oh, you join this party. These are the rules of this party. And be like, if you violate these rules,
I agree.
You get a strike.
It just goes back to what we're saying. There's always going to be somebody to cry and complain and, just think that everything's unfair to them.
Yeah, but at the same time, Seth, I'm pretty sure there was a guy that had to pee bad as hell one time and decided to go into the women's room and said it violated my rights because guess what? There's too many dudes in the men's room, so I went to the women's room. No, damn well likely that's not the case, but motherfuckers bitch about all kinds of dumb shit.
Oh, you're right.
Just because they do bitch about it don't mean they should get their way about it.
No, that part that part is true. Go ahead, 108 Dragons, and then we'll let Blake finish it up.
I think Microsoft has more than enough in place, and sometimes it could be overbearing. I had a dude spam me during 2K, and I don't talk to nobody in sport games besides my friends. But He spammed me 100 times how to play D. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He was losing, and all I text him back is, "You using Golden State? Everybody using Golden State. You're basically cheating." And he got me banned because he reported me and I didn't report him, which made no sense. They have more than enough in place. If your skin is not tough, you shouldn't be online. Do like some of these other people do and don't get online. But they have more than enough precautions and formats and whatever. Microsoft has enough. If you have a problem with somebody's doing, you block them, you mute them, then you report them. But they have enough. Don't listen to my conversations. Don't read my tweets, because when I'm clowning with 100, I don't want them to go, "Yo, he called 100 a drunk. Ban him." I don't want that. You're doing too much. You know, we getting killed by the algorithm already on YouTube. With they put a computer in place, and it's making judgment calls on what it thinks is whatever is going on. It's too much. It's too much. And Microsoft started that, and they have a great system already. You know, come on, man. We just can't keep going through this. You know, they have features where you can't hear people unless they're on your friends list. I mean, what else do you want?
Right.
You just can't keep pushing the boundaries, because it's going to get to the point where people are going to start complaining, "Oh, y'all monitoring us." Bad enough they were blocking the Xboxes with Connect, and it wasn't even true. People making money off of selling Connect blocking devices. Come on. Some things just got to be, just bring it in. Bring it in, man. Bring it in. Xbox Live is a place to have fun. You clown with your friends. I don't want, Xbox After Dark. We don't even hardly stream that because we be wilding. We're not racist. We say crazy shit, and nobody wants to be limited by no goddamn algorithm.
Amen.
Don't listen to me. Please don't listen to me, because I'll be banned every goddamn week talking to my friends. I'm sorry. It's too much.
That's why
good shit, brother. Good shit.
I was so disgusted when I got banned. I said I didn't even talk trash. I told them, "You cheating because you're using the team everybody use that's overpowered." I got banned for 2 weeks. I was hurt. I've been on Xbox Live before it hit the market. I was a beta tester. 7 months in, 16 years and 7 months, I got banned because I said somebody was cheating because they're using an overpowered team. My God. He called me all kind of niggas, or niggas with an M.
Oh boy.
He called me everything in the book. I didn't even report the dude, and I got banned for saying a comment. Come on, man. It's enough, man. After that, I don't even talk to strangers no more. I'm done.
It's gonna get to the point like Xbox Online is gonna turn to a Switch Online where everything's censored and monitored at that point.
Well, I hope not. But Bloody, what did you want to say about the whole PlayStation situation? Because I seen that you was quite hot, and they're doing their own little part of censoring as well.
Oh yeah, so Sony just continues to really just kind of fuck everything. They literally take a full-on burnt, like scorched earth approach to everything they fucking do, and the censorship is going so much more, and it's affecting their fan base now because of some of the games that are coming out too. So we already said how basically all of their games are getting censored if they involve any sort of like sexual content or anything like that, especially with certain Japanese games that are coming over. And it's getting to the point where the devs who support these are having to now conform to these vocal minorities who complain about all this bullshit about having this soft skin and stuff like that. One of the biggest games, and I brought this up because it's one of our favorite devs, Atlas. For those who don't know, Atlas did the Persona games, he did the Catherine games, all those kinds of stuff like that. Yes, penis demon, right? You're talking about the guys who have a penis demon in their fucking game, right? They already had to conform once to this SJW vocal minority bullshit, who are not even going to buy these games, right? They just want to call.
Wait. What is the SJW? I keep saying, what is
SJW? Social justice warriors, the people who want to be offended on behalf of others when those people didn't ask for them to be offended for them.
Right.
They literally want to be everyone's hero when no one gives a shit. They want to be the loud ones for everyone. All right. Now, the issue with that is that they already made a change in the upcoming Persona 5 Royal for one of the new characters they're introducing. They're adding new content in the new version of the game that they're releasing. adding a new character called Kasumi, who, if you paid attention in their video, is a gymnast, right? Her character designs have the girl in a leotard. What did the SJWs complain? Oh, Atlas is back on their hypersexual bullshit and that she looks like an overly sexualized teenager. No, she doesn't. She's a fucking gymnast in a leotard. You people go out and pay to watch these competitions all the fucking time. What is so sexual about it? She's covered up all the way. Literally all it was the fact that you could see some of the top of her thighs. What did they have to do? Go and make her coat longer, give her a fucking skirt, which makes no sense when one of the characters in the base game is in a fucking dominatrix outfit. So what did they do now? The new controversy is in the remake of Catherine, which came out a decade ago. There's a character in there who is trans. So what happened? The SJWs didn't like the English localization and said that it was too transphobic. No, it is not. One character addresses this character because of the fact that they knew them pre-transition to post-transition and they had that understanding. It isn't handled disrespectfully, but people want to make a bigger issue about it than what was coming out. Now, if you look at all the comments about the people who confirmed that they will be making the change for the new version, they're like, oh, great, it happened, cool. Still not going to buy the game. What the fuck did you complain about it for? These people who are making these kinds of statements, the ones who are going out and trying to do all this bullshit, aren't the people who even are playing these games. They're not even the ones who are defending it. They're not even the ones who are going to enjoy it. They're wanting to make shit to start shit. This is where it comes to the fact that the trolls come from all sides of the aisle, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Yes, people have soft skin. They need to be certain. But guess what? If you don't like something, like you said, there's plenty of ways to do it. Block it, mute it, just move on. You don't have to respond.
Avoid it.
Yes, exactly. You can absolutely avoid it. I was like, yes, there needs to be a certain thing. There are certain parameters. Yes, I can understand if they want to take out certain things that you don't want to see, certain extremities. That's fine. But when
if you don't want your kids to see it or something like
exactly,
that. You know
but there are parental controls. That's where it comes back down to the parents. But these scorched earth tactics aren't going to fucking help. Microsoft has always had a strong sentence with everything. They don't need to go too much. They don't need to go further than what they're doing now. Yes, it's bad, but don't go to the point of you're doing scorched earth. Sony has taken that approach with not only their devs, they're doing it now with the content. They're doing it now with literally everything they're doing. They have taken bad approaches to everything that is going forward.
I have a question for you, Bloody. I have a question. I have a question for everybody.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. If a developer, most of the games that's coming out that got, I don't want to say perverted stuff, I say more sexually orientated content comes out of Japan because they have no holes barred for that in the anime or their games.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When a mother company like Sony comes and steps into that, don't you take away the creative power of the developer?
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't. Yo, listen, that's why we have the ERSB rating. Ain't that the point for mature and PG-13 and everyone? And, you know, that's the whole reason why all these mother companies taking into their own account on what they think the game developers should do.
This is the confusing part. If I understand that this brings bad press to them as well, but like, how bad does it affect their financials at this point? Because I understand if it's affecting their money, then I can understand to the degree.
It's going to affect their money.
It's bottom line. It's a PR war. That's all it is.
Let me say something. A game like Grand Theft Auto, I don't know who played through the story, but there's a part where you got a girl, the paparazzi was watching her, and she's getting anal and telling her homeboy, hurry up. I mean, so you're not going to have that in the game because it's a mature game now.
Rockstar can get away with whatever they want to, though.
Yeah, but the point is,
they didn't get away with hot coffee.
Yeah, they didn't.
What I'm saying is,
that was a whole. Look, you telling me that the first sexual scene that you seen on Grand Theft Auto 6 was not as worse than hot coffee?
No, I'm not saying that.
No, but I'm saying that they didn't get away with it. You seen the controvery and all that shit.
This time you actually see it all out.
Yeah, you seen it all out.
We didn't look at that situation and think sexual thoughts. We was like, oh shit, that's in the game. That was more of a shock than somebody saying, you know, something different, something crazy. But so now we can't have funny moments like that because somebody's feelings is gonna get hurt.
So
Don't buy the mature game for your kids because GameStop ain't selling it.
Hey, well, yeah, GameStop. They ask you, was your parent? Because I've been in a GameStop where they're like, "Where's your ID? Where's your parent?" You know what I mean? They won't sell it an underage kid.
That's the whole point of the rating system. So when a company like Microsoft, Nintendo, which Nintendo has completely dropped all their values in terms of killing because they let Mortal Kombat get on their system with fatalities. And Wolfenstein and Doom, but I'm just saying when you got a situation like that, right? You can't stop these developers from doing what they want to do, and I hope Microsoft don't do that because we won't get those games. If that's the way Sony gonna go, then I'm definitely gonna be rocking with Microsoft next generation. Because don't eliminate no content for me. I'm grown.
Exactly.
It'd be very counterintuitive to take that approach because basically they're all trouble. Put resources in Asia, put a studio over there just to cockblock them. Like, nah.
Yeah,
it's gonna be worse for them.
They're not going to. We've seen the fact of the growing aspect of things. Like I said, I made the joke about this last week, and I got teased for it. But literally, they don't care. And for those who don't know, you can customize your character in Nier Automata. There's literally a stat on the official Xbox leaderboard for the amount of time that you had the main character to be without a skirt. There's literally a stat on the leaderboard for that. They don't care. They are supporting whatever.
Or what about Conan? You know what I mean?
Conan. You have
how big your dick is.
Yeah, exactly.
That was on PC. They took it out of console.
But even still, but that's what I'm saying though.
PC.
But no, it's on Xbox still.
No, it's not. Not with that part. Nah, they took that out. South is gone.
I could swear when I fucking set up my character, it was like what was like manliness or however they showed it.
She was beta tested. It's gone.
But here's the thing about it, right? You cannot stop these devs. You cannot hold them back because that's literally taking away the fact the freedom
that they are bloody.
Well, Sony is, but I'm saying that everyone else needs to realize this is not good for one expression or the fact of what these stories are able to do. The fact of how these people are making and becoming so vocal a minority that these devs are giving in, and these aren't even the people who are going to support it, that these little things that they're making into a big issue when there's no fucking issue about, like I said, with one of the biggest changes now that they had to make for the new edition called Captain Fullbody, compared to what was on the original version, all they did was add a new story element with a new character that completely added a new dynamic. But certain interactions were the same as the original, but now it's a fucking issue. We done with this topic.
We are done with this topic. Good Lord, you know how long? You know what time it is now?
You know when you start talking about Japanese games,
I just was like, okay, I was waiting for a breath, so I was like, hey, but now I just got to cut it off. We going on to the next topic. Let's get to it. Since we was on the topic of Sony. The CEO of Sony came out in an article and basically said that the consoles are niche. Now, I'm going to go back to our guest, and would you? I don't know if you read it or I'm pretty sure that you've seen it. But what was your first thoughts when you seen, the CEO of Sony that has the number one selling console this generation, the market share, all of that, just pretty much. Not, I mean, because niche is not a bad word, but just basically come out and say, hey, look, I mean, consoles is just not going to win the day over every gamer out there.
What?
Southbound?
You know, hey, I'll be honest with you. I really didn't pay no mind to it because all the ponies and shit, they're gonna talk it up and they're gonna make it shine. You know, no matter what that dude says, he could say the PS4, PS5 is a pile of shit. And you know what? We're gonna give it to you with no controllers, and no matter what, the ponies are gonna suck it up and polish it up, and they're just gonna love it, and they're gonna spin it to a positive, regardless.
Come on, Sal. You mean that there ain't gonna be no diehard PlayStation fanatics? They're gonna accept it. They're not gonna complain about any of that.
Are you being serious? You really asking?
I'm just asking.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to be,
come on, dog. Hey, I don't know if you guys seen the pie charts saying, you know what? He's actually telling the truth. If we're really talking about it, like they're spinning it's a positive. Like he just said, you guys are a bunch of idiots, you know, and we're really making money on the games, not really the consoles. But he's right. You know, when you really look at it, the pie chart, he's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing because we got market share and we got 10 million God of War sales. So you know what? This guy's a genius. So he's right.
You know what? I'm not even. I don't know. That should be just shut down. But I got to go to ask other people about this. Hey, 108. What is your thoughts about the whole CEO and what he said about the consoles? Really? I didn't know that you thought so highly of it.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I said something. My bad. I said it was a reason just for him to make Microsoft look right without saying it. That's what the hell it was. Microsoft been right. Nobody wants to admit it. Azure service was right. Goddamn reaching 2 billion consoles, 2 billion gamers was right. Facts. Microsoft been on top of the game after my man not my man.
No.
Don't go there.
No, not my man.
Those are fighting words.
No, those are fighting words. I almost shot myself in the chin.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah, you was about to get slid out of
But
here.
you know
You was
what?
about to get that ejecto seat cut.
My man Philosaurus Rex, and you heard it here second. Well, first, because I said on my
Just
channel.
don't call him Killer Phil.
No, I'm not doing that. That's K Mega.
I can't do that no more. It's done.
Philosaurus Rex.
I didn't know. I thought it was cool until Infamous broke it down. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
You
He
don't
told her,
take the
don't
Killer
call
Phil.
me that goddamn thing
so I
again,
can't-
as he was drinking his seltzer water.
I know.
He hit the brakes on that. He hit the emergency brakes.
Well, you know what? He's gonna have to tell me himself. You are Philosaurus Rex because you's a monster in these streets.
Philosaurus Rex. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know
what's
if I
it
want to
that?
co-sign
What's it that David calls him? Dominus Phil.
Dominus Phil. Hey, okay, everybody in the chat, like, what should be the new name that I give Phil? Like, I mean, the Killer Phil, I thought it was swagalicious, but of course, you know what I'm saying, it must have came off like you
gotta
know,
be Jurassic Parkish.
yeah. So go ahead in the chat. What would you call Phil? You know, what kind of name would you give him? And I'm pretty sure we'll get some good clever ones. So you said,
wait, you can't call him Killer Phil? What's up with that?
No, he said don't do it. That's why.
Oh, nah, he shut that down because you know what? Hey, he's a company head. You know, he can't have any kind of negative, you know, connotation.
No killer.
Exactly.
Right.
No matter how you look at it, it appears bad.
Yeah, it appears
you know,
bad.
you know, we know what it means. Like he's a monster. He's a beast. Like you know, he's killing the game.
That's why I call him Killer Phil, because he's killing the game.
Philosaurus Rex.
Yeah, so we got to be something else. So I got to change it up. But that's okay. That's okay.
But like I said, man, all it proved is Microsoft been right. All these naysayers been wrong. And let me tell you something. I was like, yo, my man is too much kumbaya. We supposed to be going for the throne. But you know what? He went about it the right way. Now he getting that Sony money. He getting that Havoc engine money. He getting that Azure money from other companies. My man is on to something. 10 billion in a quarter. Woohoo! Second in generation in console sales. Philosaurus Rex.
Hey, Lemon. You someone in the chat saying that you're not allowed to speak because of the fact that you're still on Windows 95.
Oh snap! Whoa!
I'm not gonna respond to that because I don't disrespect the chat, but I'm pretty sure my budget is way beyond Windows 10.
Well, you're gonna have to take that up with the Don.
You know what? I'm not gonna talk to the Don.
He said he hit you with that blue screen of death.
You know what? I'm not gonna talk to Don. I ain't gonna talk to Don. I'm not gonna even throw a shot. Hey Don, how you doing? See, that's my Phil Spencer for you. That's my Phil Spencer. I'm gonna kill you with kindness, sucker.
Philodamus.
He said he calls you a sucker.
Philodamus.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the thing is, a lot of people, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Oh, the kumbaya, that people think that he just sits back on his laurels.
And he doesn't.
Hey, if there's anybody that's competitive, it's him. And you know what? Believe me, I'm sitting there. Oh, I'm his best friend, and we text and this and that. But I've had conversations with him, man to man. When in real talk, he's a very, very competitive person.
When y'all text, do we call you Selfie?
Oh,
you knew that was coming.
Hey, he can get that work like anybody else.
Hey, man. What he said?
Oh shit! My bad, Sal. Yo,
Nah, it's all good, brother. Nah,
Bloody set you up, son. My bad. You my guy, son.
no, it's all gravy. You already know. But to answer your question, no, he doesn't call me South. He does call me South. And even when I try to, introduce myself to other people with them, and I'm like, "Hey, my name is Wu Bat," he's like, "It's South." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
I'm with that. He's a cool guy, man. I love his
he's
energy.
definitely a good dude. Real talk.
Yeah,
I love his energy, man.
Yeah.
Give me mad love in New York City.
I
rock with him.
If you get a chance to get to talk to him, man, in person, man, that would be dope. Or
he gave me love.
Yeah, I would. I think we all here would love to.
The look he give off every time he look. I mean, if you look at Phil Spear, he just got that look like, you really think you can piss me off? Like, ain't nobody can make him mad, upset about nothing.
No, he kills you with kindness. That's what he do.
Cool, calm, collective, and he can
I think that there was some things going under Phil's skin when it came to the Xbox having no games and then the power thing.
Oh, you're damn right.
He was adamant. He was
like I said, don't let that
power thing.
That calm, cool, collected demeanor fool you.
I really get pissed off when Sony said we sold 8 million Uncharted. We beat Halo. He was like, wait a minute. Y'all didn't beat nothing. Y'all gave it away.
You know what? I really wish that Xbox, I know Xbox doesn't do the numbers thing anymore. They stopped doing that for years.
Halo.
But I wish that they would just throw the Halo numbers just one time. Just one time. Just one time. Just to break faces.
Don't worry about it.
Just to get faces.
Hey, let me tell you a little something real quick. And Phil actually schooled me one time, right? We're in a DM chat, and I hit him with something that was on Twitter, and they're saying, talking about Xbox losing this and that, and he broke down some shit to me, and he was like, well, if this is this and X is square and blah blah blah, if that's losing, well, I don't mind losing that, and I was like, damn, bro, he just broke me down like a shotgun, and I was like, oh, you're right, my bad. I had to call my mom and say, you know what, I'm coming home.
That's that software. That software out more money than the hardware.
I mean that whole thing. Like, I liked when Mikey Barra came out because you seem like every once in a while, because one of the biggest things that was said, especially like on BGST, that there were some of the guys that would say, well, Phil, he's so nice and he's this and that, he don't really have a competitive bone in his body. And then they would say,
and that's bullshit. Now one thing, Phil, he don't like cursing.
He don't like confrontation.
Right, that's
he
what I'm
just
saying.
get the job done.
But what I'm saying, that's what was said. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that I believe that, but that was what the things that were said. But then there were, on the flip side, they were like, oh, but Mikey Barra, he was like, oh, like I like when he thought, but and you would see that one thing, you would see Mike throw a little shade every once in a while. He would do that underneath, like, hey, I'm
gonna tell you,
Mikey Barra's a little more of a wild card.
Huh? What'd you say?
Hey,
Aaron is a beast.
Oh, Aaron is cool. I got to talk to Aaron.
You can tell Aaron a monster.
Yeah. Well, look at the kicks that he wear. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look,
Aaron's a man of the people.
Right. And you know the one thing about PlayStation dudes, this is what cracks me up, right? They're so quick to call us corporate slaves and things like that because we're Xbox fans. But the real reality is that these PlayStation fans don't normally get to talk to the executives like that. They might get to talk to
where's Sean Layden at?
Right.
Do you see Sean Layden sitting in the crowd, during their press conference?
No.
Or sending people to get tattoos. You know what I mean? Like,
do PlayStation have a Game Fest? Have they ever had one? I know that they invited you to a movie to a movie theater where you had to pay. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen. I mean, look, I was really excited to try to get see if I had an opportunity to go to the PlayStation E3 conference.
What, PSX?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, the conference last year at E3. I was really trying to get in there, and then it was only a select few people that could go in there.
It was only media, and even the big PlayStation people we know.
PlayStation bruh, and then there was a couple other people that got a chance to get in there.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's only a few of the PlayStation people know that we got in.
That's not right, and especially is how these guys and girls out there, they tout PlayStation is all God. It's all godly, all worldly. I mean, to me, it's just like, look, it just seems like we understand these companies, they're all about money. You know, we understand that. But then there's a human element to these people as well. And you have to give Xbox credit for just being out there, exposing themselves the way that they do. And that's one reason why I'm such an Xbox fan, for one.
Well, you know what? And that one of my partners was like, listen, you know, I'll be honest with you. And he was telling me this. We were having a conversation. He goes, it wasn't until about 4 or 5 E3s ago that, you know, he's like, yeah, I played games or whatever, but I was, you know, mostly a casual. You know, I played PlayStation, I played Xbox, but it wasn't until I seen the way that the Xbox executives, their employees, their team treats their fans. Like, they treat their fans like their family or friends and not just consumers or customers. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather spend my hard-earned dollar, on someone that looks you in the eye and says, you know what, thanks for your patronage, and you know what, look, can't wait to show you what's coming next, and blah blah blah, and you know, shake your hand and throw their arm around you and say, hey, you know, let's take a picture.
Right. Like when we was at the bar, South. I mean, like me and 108 and all that, and that was the first time that I ever got to meet so many people, right? And so I'm introducing myself. Oh, they said, oh, I already know who you are. Yeah, I follow you on Twitter. What? Word? You know, and I understand business-wise, they can't comment on the stuff that I say. They say, oh, man, we like your stuff, man. Yeah, no. Yeah, and I'm like, damn. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Crazy.
I'm a universal gamer. Xbox is my preferred platform because of the technical aspects of what they bring to my home theater system. You understand? And it's always been like that since Xbox came out. First 1080i system, 5.1 gaming. I had all that. So now, when I look at Sony, and I was a big Sony man back in the days, when you go to talk to a Sony exec, they're not around.
Right.
When you go to talk to a Nintendo exec, they're not around.
Well, when Reggie you hit them on Twitter,
I'll be honest with you now, and that's another little inside baseball thing with the Nintendo.
But it's like reaching though. It's like reaching though.
No. With the Nintendo cast,
Greenberg met me. Phil met me. They wasn't talking to me. I got out my car, did a certain situation at the Xbox One X launch. They stopped what they doing to see who the hell is this guy bringing all this attention to Xbox One X. They didn't have to talk to me. They stopped what they was doing. That's real people stuff. That's when I said, yo, this is what I'm talking about.
Like I said, you feel like you're appreciated as a consumer, as a customer.
Right. You feel a different way. You feel a certain type of way, and you feel a certain loyalty to that company. I'm sorry. Fan,
and it's not being a fucking corporate slave or whatever.
Right. You know what I mean? Being a fanboy. It just is what it is. Like it's
being appreciated.
Was walking around E3. He had about 15 dudes my height walking around him.
Right.
You couldn't even see his little ass.
And I felt bad for Super G. I felt bad for the driver because he got fan struck. He was
facts.
He got T-bone. That's what happened.
Right. He was
my God,
nigga. He come. He's like, oh, and he come up there. Yo, man, what's up? And dude looked at, I mean, he was waving at people.
They threw that form in his chest like, your ass up.
Super G was going to go up there and get an autograph or whatever, and that dude pressed him, like, get back. It was like, what?
I'm done.
All these other devs that I got a chance to talk to, it was the most amazing thing because it's like what Sal's saying. It wasn't just Xbox people. There were people from those people, like I said, from Remedy. That was super dope. The people from that made from Rebellion. But
a lot of the devs,
there was also the guys who did Kingdom Come Deliverance. They were there too.
Yeah,
but it was a ton of devs.
Rick and all them.
Yeah. Rick.
We're talking about the companies. Companies. You know what I'm saying? The big execs, the 100 million making dudes, 40 million. Them dudes, Microsoft ain't like that, man.
No.
Even when you go to work for them, my boy had an interview. If you're not a people person, they won't hire you. Yeah. You can't be no bad manager at Microsoft. Yeah. You won't last.
Also, there's another thing too, because and anybody that want to jump on talking about the topic, because we went way off of the topic, but I just wanted to say, like, when I first touched down in LA, and we was on my way going to the hotel, there was a bunch of people that we went because we rode in the van. I forgot what those vans are called. Those little shuttle vans. And
I took you on your personal tour. Okay.
No, no, it wasn't a personal tour. No, it was a couple of us in there. It was about 10 of us in that van, right? And so we all in, and so me and this dude just started talking. I didn't know who this white dude was. We just started randomly talking, and then he was like, and then I said something about, oh man, yeah, I'm going to E3. And so he kind of looked and he says, "You going to E3, huh?" And I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Man," and he says, "You going to be in the building, the Xbox?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I hope I get to see you there." He says, and he was an exec. I had no idea. He gave me his name. I forgot his name, but we was talking, and then I was thinking this dude was full of shit at first because he was just so because he was dressed like normal and shit, and he was talking about like what he did and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, whatever, you lying motherfucker. And then we pulled up into his hotel. And then I see like fine chicks come out of that hotel with
holding grapes.
Yeah, and then like I'm like, wow. I'm like, what? How much this place? Oh, he says it's nothing. He says this is on their expense, but he's like, man, it's like I think it's like $700-800 a month. I mean a night. What?
Yeah, nigga, you met a mafia boss, bro. That's what happened.
I'll tell you, if you're talking about the JW, then he was a big exec because not everybody was saying that the JW unless
he was staying in a hotel because it was a weird looking.
I could go to the JW if I was changing garbage.
Well, it was a weird looking hotel. He said everything in there was made of concrete. And he said it was an old place, and they remodeled it to this modern style. It's like concrete and glass, but it was like movie star status, like all these badass chicks, limousines, Porsches, and we pulling up in his shuttle, and he's like, "Hey man, I hope I get to see you there at E3." I mean in the Microsoft Center. He says, "Man, it was very nice meeting you." And I gave him my real name. I didn't tell him my YouTube name because I thought that was kind of corny. Like, I'm K-Mega405. I'm like, no.
I'm one away dragon.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah, what's up? I'm southbound.
I'm like, I'm Kareem. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, but that was it. Brand. So, but that was like, that just dropped my jaw because I was like, whoa, this dude is legit. Wow. But now I didn't get a chance to see him there because, of course, the situation that happened out there. But that's what I'm just saying. It's like they're just so approachable and everything, man. It was just really dope. But anyway, anybody else want to touch and elaborate on what the CEO basically was trying to break down about calling consoles niche? Okay, all right.
He's not wrong. He's really not wrong about it though. Like I'm gonna say, if a certain someone said it as well. Besides him, you've been crucified.
Just say lemon. It's all right.
All it is, he's full bullshit. He's right, but they saying it just to be bullshit.
It's not right. He's saying it because they lost, and they got to save face, and they got to say something to make an excuse for why Microsoft is correct.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Before we move on. People could talk about the games, the lack of games or whatever, first party and all that, exclusives.
From who?
No. What I'm saying is, everybody's talking about, Xbox don't have the first party exclusives that Sony does and this and that. But at the same token, or the same other side of the coin, all the technology that Xbox has brought to the game. Now, why all of a sudden backward compatibility is such a huge thing for the PS5?
Right.
Because it didn't matter with Xbox because that would give your competition points.
You know what I mean? I don't understand. Right. How come now all of a sudden it's a big deal? It's like, well, we've had backward compatibility for 5 years now.
Yeah, right.
What was the
Stadia, this and that.
Streaming is the future.
We got Xcloud. So, now listen, I'm not somebody that I really dig on Xcloud, but I think it's for a lot of people, it's going to be amazing.
Hey, man, it just goes.
But that's what I said. So you can sit there and say, "Oh, well, the lack of first party exclusives," but the technology is there's nothing even close that comes close to that.
South, I got to ask you a question. Guest to the show. Would you like 15 exclusives, or would you like Halo or Forza money and have less exclusives? Facts. All right.
Come on, bro.
So when in the beginning of this generation, they had no exclusives. It was a third-party system. It was terrible over there for 3.5 years. And all the exclusives, they had fails, they had progress, but not one of those games has reached that $2.8 billion Halo 5 mark, which people still say is not the best Halo. And it's still
quick. Quick fun fact. I think Siege recently just made over $1 billion revenue.
Oh?
I think Rainbow Six Siege. I believe it's reported in Ubisoft's earnings.
Party. That's third.
No, I'm just saying it's another franchise made over $1 billion.
Talking about, because I'm just saying in general. Nothing made more than Grand Theft Auto. What I'm saying is we talking about first party. So when these dudes out here these crazy numbers, y'all don't have a franchise making more than Forza Horizon, period. And that's a second spin-off of a major franchise.
Yep.
I'll take
and it's funny how everybody's combating.
Kumbaya last week.
No, I wasn't
Kumbaya. You was all Kumbaya. Get your Kumbaya ass up. Now he gonna Kumbaya ass up.
Interrupted me, young guy. What I'm saying is the fact. I'm not kumbayaing. When South says something that brought something to my attention, and I had to address it because people always say that, but none of their franchises make that Halo money or Gears money or Forza money.
Well, I'm glad you just brought that up because Gears now, like little stuff starting to leak about Gears 5 and this and that. And they're already hating. Well, it's not God of War. It's trash. It's that series is trash. This and that. But hey, it's an exclusive. People are talking about where's the exclusive? Where's the exclusive? Well, they're talking about something revolutionary with Gears. Oh, but you're already downplaying it.
But stop! I'm gonna kill that. I kill their whole story. I kill their whole story.
Gears is the weakest financially maker, and it's over $1 billion.
But see, I'm gonna kill that whole storyline. People still playing Gears. People still playing Forza. People still playing Halo. Ain't nobody playing nobody playing motherfucking.
There's no other racer that comes close to Forza. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Nobody's playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Nobody's playing the Last of Us for the 35th millionth time. Ain't nobody playing none of that shit. But they still playing. Was you playing Gears Halo last night before I had to go to sleep?
Facts. And I was putting that work in. Go check that footage.
But don't go in and say that no, people is tired and they what they call that, juicing out the franchise. What the fuck Nintendo does? Let me come see, like I said, well, tell me the past 100 in a
How many times can you buy Super Nintendo? I mean, what's it called? Super Mario Brothers.
I'm tired of Mario. I tell people they think I'm bullshitting. I said I ain't gonna buy a Mario game until you fuck Peach. Even Bowser got kids.
Chris, it's always been done there because we already know God was going to get milk for the next 4 or 5 games. They already announced that before.
I mean, PlayStation is
Mario Maker. PlayStation. When I saw dudes I respect, them jumped up on Mario Maker this week. Oh my God! You see the new Mario Maker? You grown ass man.
No. Let's talk about the games they bring over from Wii U, and you got certain websites and YouTube channels bigging it up, and I own all of them. Donkey Kong Country Freeze is Donkey Kong Country Wii U.
Yep.
That's just the facts. I bought it on Wii U. I bought it on the Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is Mario Kart Wii U. I mean, come on. Zelda was a Wii U game that they ported to the Switch and they brought it out on Wii U at the same time. Listen, but this is what kills me when Microsoft, which don't do that. Microsoft doesn't do that. The Master Chief Collection, you see how important Halo is when the Master Chief Collection didn't work and the whole community went up on it. They've been fixing that game since it came out. They just got it right.
That game, yeah.
That's how important that franchise is because it makes billions of dollars per generation.
Well, it's getting ready to come. It's getting ready to come to the PC.
The Master Chief Collection, it was a mess when they came out. Still for a couple years, it was a mess. But they still worked on it. They still they even took that L on their chest. Like
they admitted to it.
They didn't try to say, "Oh, well, you know what? Well, we subcontracted that game. You know what I mean? Just to get it poured out. This and that." Nah, 343 was like, you know what? We messed up. We need to do better. And they took it on the chin like a champ. And they're still working on it to this day. How long has that game been out?
That game been out for almost 4 years.
What, Massive Chief? That one
Massive Chief Collection.
Didn't that come out almost at launch with the Xbox One?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's been like
it came.
So we're talking 5 years.
I think the year before. I think it came out the year. Because remember, they showed they were showing us a glimpse of Halo.
So it's
They were showing us
2014
a glimpse of Halo 5 then.
Right, that's it. Yeah.
And remember, we had they gave us the Master Chief
They're still
collection.
working on it 5 years later.
But you know what?
But check this out. Who took the chance to try to put all them engines together and make all them things work? You got all the maps, and they only sold this shit to you for $40, not $60, not $80, $40. Gave you a full remastered game in Halo 2. You already had Halo 2 for one anniversary, but you got that same thing. You can see the quality for one. You got to switch it on and off. I know people love multiplayer.
Facts.
Yeah. So my thing is, I was just happy to have all Halos in one spot. I own all Halos. So I didn't really care. I know it was broke. I'm not really a super. I just got into multiplayer on Halos in Halo 5. And the only thing I really do is play Team Slayer.
I could tell from last night. I could tell.
Hey, Halo co-op is some of the funnest I've ever played.
Yes, it is.
Dude, I can say this. When I was playing with Ott, because I'd never beaten any of the Halo games besides Reach. When me and him were playing Halo 1 on All Skulls on Legendary, shit was so wild. It was so much fun because of the fact that it was literal nonstop bullshit, and we were just laughing the whole time.
You literally spent an hour on one mission because we couldn't get through it.
But you know what's crazy? Everybody talk about Crysis, but the most successful sci-fi shooting of the history of the game is Halo. Nobody give it his props.
Well, it helped revolutionize first person.
Nope. It helped
hold on. Now, what about? Well, I mean, what about the Star Wars games?
No, not close. No, sir.
Okay, I know Mass Effect.
Well, I put this way: Halo put when Microsoft brought out Halo, that felt like you was playing with like similar to a keyboard and a mouse.
Right.
It had the button layout like boom. Because I was playing. We was having this conversation last night. They was talking about Unreal and all that. I was playing Unreal on Dreamcast and all that. I remember you had to use the buttons. X, Y, C, D that goes look up and down. When you got that extra analog button and they made it feel good. And then the next time they made it feel better. The next game they made it say even better. The next game it felt better.
Tell you something that a lot of people don't know. You know, Halo controls left analog stick to move, right analog stick to aim is patented to Microsoft. Everybody that used that in their first person shooters give Microsoft a cut. Did anybody in the room know that?
But one thing I do know is that we got to move to the next topic. Okay, so that's what they do now.
So much for not having a 3-hour podcast.
No, we're not going to have no 3-hour podcast.
We keep those views. We keep. They be paying attention.
We keeping it. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. I should have just let everybody just talk about random shit instead of just having topics tonight because we get started topic and then we go. We go
filthy, brother.
We be filthy tonight. You know what I'm saying, but I love it. I mean, it's great. But you know,
one thing leads to another. That's why you got us here.
I do.
Facts.
That's it. That is.
Anyway. Hey, it's all organic, man. We all have a good time.
Got a lot of knowledge in this mother sucker.
Well, we just love having a good time talking about games.
That
so
too.
we just
we do.
it. All right, so let's
got a game orgasm right now.
The only thing I do want to say about the whole CEO thing, I think that the CEO situation is, look, he just told the truth, and I mean, and look, this is how I look at it from the energy aspect of it is that I said that Persona 5 is a niche game, and I got so much hell from so many people because they didn't know what the word niche means. Now I have people telling me, because when I posted back, like, ooh, what do you think about that? And I just put little eyeballs on it. I didn't say, oh, that was wrong, that was this. But they're like, oh, man, you don't even know what niche means. No, you didn't. So therefore, I mean, what he said, he was absolutely right.
You know what, Megan? It's the lies better.
Yeah,
when people were talking about PSN had more users than Xbox, and we saw that it was only 700,000.
Right.
They sure enough shut up after that.
They sure did.
Before they was like, oh,
it's
now it's like it's shitting on Game Pass, and then those numbers came out. They were
5 million.
Nope.
Yeah, no, and you know what? And congratulations to Sony. Their exclusives knocked it out the park this generation. I mean,
they did. You can't discount that one bit.
Spider-Man over 10 million. Rise of
God of
Dawn
War.
over 10 million. Now this was
But
completely overblown.
Hey, if they really got the 80, 90, fucking 100 million sold,
they got 94
10 million ain't shit.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I've been saying that, and a lot of us over here have been saying that. But of course, you can't say that. But how many? What about Crackdown? What about Crackdown? Well, Crackdown was a flop. It flopped. I said this.
And they knew it was gonna be a flop.
Well,
they knew.
What about
they brought it out, and that's okay. Like, I mean, I'm glad that the game come out.
But hold on. When you talk about Crackdown, the biggest complaint about Crackdown was it felt like Crackdown.
Yeah, right.
Supposed to.
Yep.
That was my.
So tell me, how you gonna argue that logic? Wait, you wanted a Crackdown game, but you didn't want it to be a Crackdown game.
Right.
It's essentially the God of War effect. The game did a soft reboot. It changed itself from the previous one.
And here's
so
the
everybody
thing,
expects every game to do the same thing.
Y'all talk about numbers and games that are being niche and stuff like that. Haven't me and Lemon specifically been talking about Yakuza, right? One of our favorite series from on the PlayStation and from Sega over there. That game has only sold about 6-7 million copies for across its entire series. That has 7-8 games across 3 console generations. Yeah, it is a hardcore game, and we've been saying that.
Boy, and it's still one of the most highly regarded and beloved.
Exactly,
series.
It absolutely is, but it's still niche. And
Persona I think Persona's just now reached as a franchise, as a fucking franchise. It might now just touch 10 million sold for a whole franchise. And I'm just saying, look, Final Fantasy, when it comes to Japanese RPGs, is king. And
yes, it is.
Since you guys look, you can't have it both ways.
Well,
you can't I understand.
Maybe Dragon Quest might give it its run.
Hold on,
Dragon Quest is different.
I'm just talking about from the perspective of a PlayStation fanboy, is when you bring up sales and throw sales down my throat every damn day, and then I give you a little dose of your medicine and say, hey, look, no, Final Fantasy is king. No, it's not. You don't know anything about. Whoa! I'm just going by how you go by it. You say that the sales, and when you look at Final Fantasy, it's beyond quadruple of how many more that they sold on freaking.
Mass Effect is king. The one that changed the game.
Mass Effect is not a JRPG though. I'm talking about JRPGs.
Oh, JRPG.
Yeah. But that was the whole point that I was making on that aspect to him, to say, look, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's a niche title. It's not saying that Persona is bad. Persona is great. I love the turn-based RPGs. I love them.
You know what's bad about Persona? And this is what
you know what I'm saying. And this
it
Persona 5,
6 hours
everybody loves it. That played all the way through it. I got no problem with it. But it's just one of them things with me. It's like, look, I mean, just look at the reality. I mean, I look at the reality of what happened with Crackdown. The reason why Crackdown was not successful is because, for one, after everybody did play the story and they beat it and they said, "Oh, that shit was dope."
How many people were like, "You know what? That wasn't that bad.
No,
that wasn't that bad." I don't know how many times I heard that shit.
Killed it because I said this. I said, "Look, we can forgive. We can all forgive, but you can't take forever to fix that online. That doesn't make any sense." And it's still what 4 or 5 months later, and they still haven't got to where you can matchmake yet.
Yeah, you can matchmake. You can matchmake.
I mean, where we can. Well, I mean, not matchmake, but where you can play with your friends.
Yes, you can do it.
Yeah, you can. They just
don't
have
it's been this since last month.
Since last month, so it's been 3 months. Well, then why?
Well, let's be honest. People already gave up on that game. Ain't nobody trying to play with their friends anymore.
That game is dope, man. That game is dope.
No, the game is dope. I love the multiplayer and everything. But that's why I said you take too long with it, you're gonna kill it because people play multiplayer.
Critical on anything like what's that game? Detroit Becomes Human. That's another game that didn't do well.
Detroit Become Human is a fantastic game.
I am loving that game. I was streaming that earlier. I love it.
Wonderful game.
Because your decisions won't influence me.
All right, cool. Let me just go on to the next topic. All right, so we got. Oh my goodness! All right.
Gameplay, is this 100 gameplay? Because I know that's his man right there.
Hold on. Let me see what's his gameplay. No, man, that's my gameplay. You know what it is, Marlo Briggs, baby.
I know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody making fun of Marlo Briggs. Xbox needs to bring that back. Speaking of Xbox, hold on. Before we get to predictions, before we finish the show off with predictions, we have to talk about what we've heard today about Xcloud. Microsoft is not playing, gentlemen, at all. From what I'm understanding right now, and anybody can jump in after I say these things. That we heard. Okay. 1,900 games is in development for the Xbox One. And those games are going to automatically be whatever those games are made for Xbox. They're going to automatically go straight to the Xcloud. There is no extra, there's not no extra ports that they got to make or anything. Every game that they develop for Xbox will be automatically sent over to the cloud. Of course, those servers. There's 13 regions around the world. Also the
Well, why do you think Phil was in Africa last week?
See?
Setting it up.
You know what I'm saying? Not only that, is that they also that these games will have a what will be at a scale will scale, and that they will be graphically strong. And then they also added a different element to the multiplayer, to where it's got this thing called dynamic font size. To where the more people that plays on that one server, the less the latency. And that may not seem like, like I was listening to Brad Sams, and he was saying it may not seem like that's a big deal, but if you really think about it, if that thing just kind of not forces, but kind of gathers everybody to jump on this one particular game and play on this one server, then that helps on the latency, and then that thing can be more efficient in going out. Like the Xcloud is going to be ridiculous, and right now, it's not even out yet, and it can play up to 3,500 games right now. It's going to play every generation of Xbox from the very first one all the way to the new Xbox and whatever games that's going to come out there. And again, Xbox, they saying that Xbox got no games. Xbox got 1,900. This is not. It's just what I was talking about, the technology. 1,900 games coming.
They're always ahead on the technology.
Remember when they first announced it or showed it, when that girl was playing it or whatever, you know what I mean? Everyone was like, "Oh, look at all that latency and the lag and this and that." Hey, I've seen it in person. I didn't play it myself, but Boogie did. A couple other people did. They got a chance to, get hands on with the Xcloud, and it's legit, gentlemen.
Drop those facts, South.
Drop
that cloud chase. Let's go.
It's legit. I can't even front, because I'm kind of a hater about playing on the phone, this and that. But hey, I can't deny it. I'm a hater, but it's legit, and it runs good. And this is all early build beta shit. So it's not supposed to come out for another
next year.
6-8 months to a year or whatever.
Yeah. The beta is coming out later this year, but it's gonna be available to everybody next year.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you know how to just take my word for it, ask Boogie, ask Megatron. They got hands on with it. It's legit.
Hey, that's the way it should be. And
we're talking about Destiny, playing Destiny on your phone with an Xbox controller. It was crazy.
And what's funny about that is that's what I've been saying, is that when they announced this xCloud stuff, everyone failed. You're right when you mentioned the fact that everything that they do technology-wise is preparing for what's coming. Because I said when they switched over the Xbox controllers to having built-in Bluetooth to use for the PC, because people forgot that you could stream your Xbox to your PC. They all have built-in Bluetooth. Why would they have that feature when the fact that they know they can sync it to phones, and that they were planning this? That's all being able to see in the future. And you're right that they have the technology, because everything they do is well ahead of its time, because people don't see what was coming. Everything that they've done was always well prepared, because look at what they're doing now and what they did back in 2013 and where we are now. Everything that they had talked about back then is now everything that we do today. That is all relevant. They are always ahead of the game. People just don't want to accept that fact. They did the same thing with music.
They want to push the false narrative, and oh, what about the games, and what about this, that. They don't never want to talk about the positives, the growth that Xbox is issuing.
Yeah, but that's just it. They do everything. Look at what they did with music, right? With the Zune way back. That was before everything that iPod had and everything that they had. But now if you look at it, they had the music sharing, they had the local connectivity, the fact that they had a unlimited streaming service well before Apple did or anything like that. And they all got laughed at, and they shut down Zune. And then look at what Apple started doing right after. They had music sharing. So any song you have, you could share with your friends. They had the Apple Music, so you could stream all your stuff with only paying a subscription cost and stuff like that. That was everything that Microsoft is doing. They are always ahead of the game.
There was the first one was with a smartphone with a stylus.
Yup, right.
It wasn't the Note series. Facts.
Mhm.
It was a Windows CE phone. Microsoft never gets the credit where credit is due. We got to realize between Microsoft and Apple, they got to have the most geniuses combined in a whole planet in two different companies.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I was reading the chat, and boy Sam said, "Oh, Halo was built for Apple. This and that." Well, Apple passed out.
Wow.
You know, they didn't get into the gaming, so you know what? They swing and a miss.
Yep.
You know,
facts. Everybody gets presented with something. You got to take advantage of the situation. Microsoft saw it, bought them out, and that's the
my good brother Lemon.
What up?
My good brother Lemon.
I'm about to be attacked.
You was wrong. No, brother Lemon. No, got the pop in to get your ass.
Oh yeah.
Microsoft wasn't the first one. Microsoft wasn't the first one to use the stylus in the mouse. It was Palm.
No, that was before Palm.
It was Palm. No, it wasn't. When Microsoft came out with the stylus, that was a version of Windows. It was version of, I think, Windows.
Windows CE.
It was a version of Windows, but Palm already had one, but it wasn't colored. It wasn't colored. It was like green. It was like it was green.
Black and white.
No, it wasn't. What's color was in color?
No. Microsoft first stylus phone was not in color. It was a pop-up phone where you slide it and had a keyboard underneath. Slow down, young guy.
That was a concept phone. That didn't. We talking about something that people bought.
Had that phone.
Well, you was dumb enough to have that phone. You should have had you a Palm phone.
Well, okay, all right. That's great about the phone. All right, hey, Chuck, did you want to touch? Did you Did you have anything that you want to elaborate on this, man? I mean, this because you've been really quiet, man. Chuck probably went to sleep, man. Y'all put Chuck to sleep.
And
he's on that triple cup.
Yeah. What about you, Livewire? You want to touch about the Xcloud?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, look, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah. Will you shut the hell up, Lemon?
I mean, look, the shit's gonna be nice, man. You know, you get everything. Like this is, you know, what you want from people that that are Switch owners or people that aren't Switch owners. The ability to have games on the go that still look good, and 5G's coming out, so everything. I mean, I don't know if it's in y'all area, but I know it's coming over here soon. So. Hey man, I'm excited for it.
Nice. What about
especially
you,
for the fact that now I'm
excited.
excited. I don't know if my wife is excited.
Oh no,
now
she ain't.
On vacation.
Ain't
I can play games on vacation. Now. I'm excited.
That's got a spouse that's gaming and they don't game. No, they're not gonna like this at all.
The only game she like is Candy Crush.
Right.
That became like and mind you, she ain't never really played no games. And one day. She just picked up my daughter's tablet, just started playing Candy Crush, and now she just be playing that shit. What the fuck? So I was like, okay. But going back to what I was thinking about with the whole Xcloud thing. I think a lot of gamers, especially hardcore gamers, they think that the only games that Microsoft is going to push to the quote unquote casuals are like. Halo
and Forza.
And the same thing for Sony. They think that they're going to push God of War or Spider-Man. Bro, it ain't even going to be like that. They're going to be making a lot of those Candy Crush type games too for those motherfuckers and put that bitch on Xcloud or put that shit on PlayStation now. Those are the games that are going to be up there too. But
I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think those games are going to be that simplistic. But yeah, I can see.
No. They might be a little bit more complex. Like mind you, all those other games are going to be on there too.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But they're going to have a lot of those games.
It's going to be a lot of diversity, is what you said.
There's going to be a ton of diversity.
3,500 games. That's a lot of diversity. And 1,900 games coming from in development. That's ridiculous. That's insane to me.
We're gonna all be playing games that we never even thought about playing because we don't have access to it.
Backed up like it is now.
Right.
Yeah,
my back catalog is sick.
Mine's too.
Honestly, I look at my pack catalog and I get depressed. I'm like, man, I'll never have enough time to play all this.
Hey, you know what? You know what's sad? And then I'll let you go ahead and talk, Chuck, because I know that you've been really quiet. I heard you pop in. You know what's sad is when you get into that moment. It's kind of like when you watch when you got cable TV or satellite, and then I don't have nothing really I want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like I got all these damn games. I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah, I don't y'all ever get into that mode where you like?
Well, no, let me take it a step further. What about when you're getting a new game and you're trying to figure out what you wanted to uninstall to make room for that new game, and you're like, no, but I'm gonna get to this game. No, don't trip.
Like, I'm gonna go back to it at some point or another.
Yeah, and you're like cheerleading yourself, like, no, don't trip. You're gonna play this, so don't uninstall it. You're gonna play it. You're gonna play it.
I want y'all people to listen to what the gamers go through. That's multi-console generated. This is what we go through.
Yep.
I don't even know what to play. I sign on every day. It's like what I'm gonna play, and I go right to multiplayer. And I should be on a single player on Odyssey, Assassin's Creed, Origins, or whatever.
Yeah,
and
both
I go right back to multiplayer. I'm a multiplayer crackhead.
It's always you always have that conversation where you're just like, I don't know what to play. Should I play this and this? And then you just go back to what you're used to. You're just like, fuck, I'm just gonna play what I always play.
Right now, Apex got my life. Killing mad people in Apex. Mad people with L Boogie, with Megatron. I can't even get off that game.
You still gotta play around with me and not.
What about Chuck? What did you want to say? Anything? Did you have anything to say about the Xcloud?
I did. I'm trying to think what I was about to say about because y'all was making a point about with the Xcloud that they was gonna bring out the for the Candy Crush and the kids and stuff like that. I mean, really, what I was about to say, what the people missing is all about the marketing. Now it depends on how they market the Xcloud. It just it's just simple things that you do. Like you might be, let's say I'm taking my mama to a doctor appointment. And I'm just sitting down in the doctor appointment. And all of a sudden my phone ring and I look at my phone and I get a friend request to for me to jump inside of a party. I hop in a party. They say, man, come join the game with us. We need your help on such and such. Show us the rope or something. You just turn your phone to the side. Connect your little pieces or however they might do. Futuristic. They're gonna have some outbrand controllers that can actually be like a case or something for your phone. Just something more, convenient. And you might just sit back and you can be playing the game while you waiting on your mama at a doctor appointment on your kids and they got school and they might have an appointment that they got to go to. I mean, it's just like different applications of you might be having to take the bus and you might get, it's stuff like that. If they advertise the way that you could use this here instead of trying to just show how would it look.
Well, no, but hey, that's a trip though. You say that because if they're talking about how they're gonna market it, and when you're talking to like that, doesn't it sell itself?
Yeah,
fact.
And play any game anywhere, anytime that you own on any device. Like you can play it on your
It's basically how they sold the Switch. Like, oh, you could play from your TV, you could take it on the go with you, but it's different because you could jump off your console and you could be in a long car ride or whatever and jump in a party and play, Division 2. You could jump in the raid. You could play, Destiny, whatever game you just want to, or you just want to play, get in a party with your people.
Right.
Yeah, it's the Switch without the Switch.
Right.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Now I'm saying you might be like a family event, and then like while you're at the family event, you be at the places where you really don't want to be bothered with the people. You can pull out your phone and like you had to go on the smart glass, and then they just update the smart glass. Well, instead of just controlling, all the stuff, the features they have where you can actually play your games off your phone like that by streaming. That's once they implement that with that, I think a lot of people is gonna catch on because of games like Paygo. I mean, I'm one to admit it. I got to playing Paygo and it was like, man,
Paygo is great.
And then all of a sudden,
fun.
I got to playing it and got to really got competitive in there playing with my girl who was playing it. And I'm trying to show, look, this how you make the balls bounce off this many and do this. And see games like that. Xcloud is gonna be all day winners.
Yeah,
we gonna be able to play it on the TV too.
Yeah, and you're right. Like
certain games like that, they're gonna have to give away.
I really wish I could.
Well, not really. I mean, if you already got those games, then you don't have to don't have to worry about it. Like if you got EA
but see that, but that's where Game Pass comes in as well.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it all ties together, bro.
It all ties together. They had this plan. They just had to. They had to just go through it. That's absolutely right. All right, guys, let's get to the last topic of the night, and we're gonna go. And this is gonna be where everybody talks. Everybody gets an opportunity. So please, no interruptions. Let these people have their point and see what they think of what's gonna happen. And that is E3 predictions. Now, I'm going to start with you, Triple Cup Chuck. No, I'm going to start with you, Livewire. Then I'm going to go to Chuck because y'all been the most quiet tonight. And so Livewire, I'm going to go to you. I want you to give me details of what you think is going to be shown. What are you excited about the most? And what surprises are going to be out there?
Okay. I mean, obviously, we're going to see the typical Halo, Gears, Forza. Well, maybe not Forza.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, maybe DLC for the Forza Horizon 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I just want to make a wish. I need me a John Wick game, dog.
A John Wick game.
I've seen John Wick 3, bro. I need a game. That shit is so good.
I still need to see it, so don't start.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I'm just saying it's good. But man, listen, if they make a John Wick game, you let you run around New York as John Wick. Oh shit, that shit would be awesome, man. But I'm just, man, I don't know. It's kind of hard to, other than the stuff we already know. I don't know what Microsoft has up their sleeve because they've been so hush about it.
Well, give us at least one game that you think that Microsoft is going to bring back, or what?
I want Killer Instinct 2. That's what I would like to see, like a super high, really, really polished, next generation looking Killer Instinct 2, man. That shit would be nice with a full fleshed out story mode. On some Mortal Kombat type shit, but not like completely stealing their thing. But so it's got to be better than Street Fighter Infinite. I mean, not Street. What is that shit?
Yeah, you mixed them both together.
Marvel
vs. Capcom Infinite and Street Fighter 5.
Man, I hated their story mode. That shit was so trash,
pitiful.
Like, what? There's all these load screens. The story didn't make no damn sense. I said, oh man, I can't do this shit. But yeah, man. Killer Instinct, man. That's what I would love to see. Maybe they surprise us and give us some Rise type shit. That would be dope if they can pull that off. Because I was just playing through Plague's Tale. Man, that's a good ass game, dog.
It looks good.
That shit is good. I mean, if Rise. I mean, I would hope it has a little bit more upgrades and shit in it than Plague's Tale. But even if it just had something equal as far as the upgrades and all that shit, man, that would be impressive. Because they did a lot with that game. I was shocked. It's way better than I thought it would be. Way better.
Good. Okay. Cool. Did you have any predictions of what would be that extra studio that Xbox would get?
I don't know.
Okay.
By Sega.
Oh shit! All right. Okay. All right. And people in the chat.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping because he's dreaming.
He's sleeping. And people in the chat. Let me get your predictions of what you think that's going to be coming in E3. All right, Chuck, it's your turn. What do you think that's going to be shown at E3? It doesn't matter which conference. You got Bethesda. Nintendo's going to be there. It's going to be. EA is not going to have a conference, but then there's going to be. I think Square Enix is going to have a conference, but I know predominantly we're mostly talking about Xbox and what do you think that they're going to show. What would you hope for them to show, and what do you think that studio that they're going to bring out? That which extra studio they're going to
bring? With the studio, I'm just going to start out. It's in the rumblings I've been hearing with Crytek.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like leaning that way. Because I'm leaning for for this E3, I would love to see Microsoft bring sequels. Not the stuff that I've been hearing a lot of rumors about all these remakes and bringing back all these old IPs and stuff like that. I mean, it's like about 5 or 6 of them that I was hearing about, but That's not what I want to see. I want to see sequels to this generation games like a Rise 2, like a Sunset Overdrive 2, or Quantum. I mean, I know they can't make a Quantum Break right now, but I would love to see a Quantum Break or something like that. But so
Xbox owns the IP, right?
Yeah, they own the IP, but I just don't see them making it without Remedy.
I mean, they could have somebody else make. They can have the
initiative
make it.
They could. They own the IP.
Yeah, they could have
anybody make it.
Yeah, they can have anybody make it. They can have Ninja Theory make it.
Well, that is true. And ever since that they was talking about what's the dude that play Iceman? Ever since he was talking about, I'm with a Quantum Break 2 and stuff like that. They talked about it for a second, then all of a sudden they just went quiet about it. So they could,
because it didn't sell as much as they had hoped. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but shit. Well, speaking about sales, I want to see Marvel Endgame was the #1 movie of all time. I mean,
not yet.
Now, I know they're gonna catch Avatar, but at least this year here. So they gotta come out with this Marvel game, this or whatever Avengers game, because Xbox need one now because PlayStation got Spider-Man. Think about it. Spider-Man is a big IP. Now the Switch have one with X-Men Alliance, and really and truly, man,
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, thank you. Because I was about to say, was the X-Men Alliance or the one they had with the X-Men? They got me into that genre. I've been loving it ever since. But since they did that, Xbox need to have one. And I really think they need to come out with this Avenger game and need to market and promote this game here because it's that time. And the same old things I want for the remakes. I want to see my Battletoads. So that's the game I want to see come back.
Okay, cool. All right. You don't have any thoughts about the studio that Xbox is going to be bringing? Going to be adding to the
Crytek.
Oh, okay. You went Crytek. That's right. You did say Crytek. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go to you. Yeah. Operations.
What's up?
Give me your juicy. Give me that tea.
For me, as far as like game, only one I can actually really do care about is Perfect Dark. I really do hope that it does come back because I don't know if you remember the DM article that I posted in DM that was shown to me by someone else.
Yeah, I did see that.
The article was written like 2015, and they did say that the project will come back, just not now, just eventually. And I think there's one thing I was hinted at, like the game Perfect Dark was set in the year 2020, and it's 2019 right now, so they could really announce it this year and have it come out next year. That's something that could really happen. And as far as studio acquisition, I think they're going to buy Santa Monica. And not the studio. Not the studio. Not the studio. I mean, the entire city.
Oh,
the entire city of Santa Monica.
I was like, what? Santa Monica? I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, it looks like that's Sony Santa Monica. How the hell?
Santa Monica is now Microsoft's campus.
Oh, shit. So you saying they're going to buy all of Santa Monica, all that area?
The entire city, bro. Might as well at this point.
Hey, they're already taking over Dallas.
They're going to make Sony pay taxes.
I don't think they care. They got more money. They got more money, and they're gonna make more money. So, all right, cool. All right. Y'all are real light with this. All right. Let's go to the man that ain't gonna be light about it. Bloody Knuckles. What do you think is there? What do you think?
Well, what I hope to see there is the fact that we already been hearing some of the early things about what they're gonna show. One of the biggest things that I've been paying attention to is the fact of how much that Phil has been out in Japan doing all that good stuff, talking with all the devs out there, and that they're gonna need a stage to show off on, and a certain company is not gonna be there. So they're gonna show some love to the company that they've been showing love to, and we still specifically haven't seen anything coming from Sega's camp. We saw just maybe 1 or 2 announcements last year, but we didn't see everything that it had entailed, especially from the meeting that they had with them. So I guarantee we're going to start seeing a lot of stuff coming from Sega, maybe a lot more of the classics, and hopefully some franchises that they want ported over, especially since they've been talking now that they want to be more multi-plat. So I'm hoping we might get at least a talk or start seeing some early signs of like some of our series like Yakuza, maybe Persona, because of the fact that those companies, especially Atlas and Ryuga Kotsuko Studios, have already been saying that they kind of want to bring those games over to Xbox. So I hope to see something from that. A new game I would like to see announced. I mean, I'm kind of with them on Perfect Dark, especially, but really, I want to see an announcement from one of their partners with their second party or third party studios, and specifically, I want to see something coming from Capcom, and I want them to have something to show off, like Dino Crisis reboot or remake right there on their stage. I want to really see that. But as for new exclusives, I really want to see, if anything, if I'm honest, I want to see what this Project Berserk is that's being worked on by Playground Games. We already know that they're working on Fable, but they have another project that's currently called Project Berserk. I want to see what that is, because whatever that project is, like I've been saying, that looks like one of my favorite animes, and I really hope that it is a project in collaboration with Bandai and Microsoft, because that would be dope as fuck.
All right. Cool. 100. What is your prediction? Okay.
You say what's my what?
Your predictions.
What's my what?
Your predictions for E3.
My prediction is me getting drunk for 7 days in a row.
Officially kicked in, my people.
I was about to say, that ain't a prediction. That
7 days in a row.
That's just facts.
Yeah, that's not a prediction. That's facts.
That's
7 days in a row. Let's go.
I know that there's going to be a bottle there, so that's why I'm going to be there.
I ain't got no prediction. Whoever they buy, I trust what Microsoft do for whatever they buy. Because you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no what do you call that? Yes. People say they got these mythological people that be telling them stuff. I ain't got none of that shit.
Did your ass just say mythological?
Yeah, they told me I got sources.
Heard them.
Okay.
All these $10 words coming out of your $2 mouth.
Oh shit!
Self is filthy.
I know.
Bloody, you been off limits for the night. You don't want this fight.
I didn't say nothing.
Let me keep on going because the show got to end something.
Focus. Let's stay
I'm
on
trying
topic.
to focus.
Okay, come on.
I like how I always get all the blame. I like how I'm the target. I'm the target.
Guys, focus. Let's end the show right. Come on.
Time to focus.
Come on.
And then what's going to be the surprise of the show? I just don't know. I might stay up on the stage. Hey, what's happening?
Oh shit!
Just like that. We
I like to thank Patron for giving us this moment.
All right. Okay.
On baseball stadium.
Oh my goodness! All right. So, what do you have any thoughts on the studios that Microsoft?
Hell no, man! I don't got no myths, man. Whatever they show me, I trust them. I don't got no myths. Okay. I don't know about all this stuff. That's what I'm trying to stay away from all that stuff. Okay. I'll stay away from all that stuff. Right. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. That's why I was being surprised. Y'all don't want to be surprised. Y'all want to sit there trying to do. Man,
I just asked you a question. Nobody asked you to go on no damn rant.
I ain't going there, but we ain't the news.
Man,
we are the news.
We are the news.
I ain't the news. I'm the news.
You just broadband and smack you off that little crate you sitting on in your office.
I'm not even in my office.
He's like, I'm in the closet.
He said I'm outside.
I ain't even in the office.
He said I'm in the closet. Keep it in the closet. Anyway.
See, now you talking about me not being messy.
R. Kelly.
Don't be afraid.
I got Lucille for both of y'all needs.
I don't see nothing
wrong. Big
motherfuckers. Okay. All right. And then 108. What is your predictions for E3?
My predictions for E3 is Microsoft gonna come swinging for the fences. They're gonna show 2 bombastic systems, but the Anaconda is going to be a beast. Everybody is bragging about low times of PS5, and let me tell you something. Microsoft said we are not giving up the power narrative ever again.
Say that again.
We are not giving up the power narrative again.
I wish I had an organ right now.
No, you didn't say the power narrative. You said the Polynarian.
I said power narrative. And if you need me to say that Queen, we're not going to do that live. Facts. But I have plenty of faith in Microsoft. We're going to see 2 new IPs from the new studio. I say 2 new IPs. We're going to see gameplay from Halo Infinite. We're going to see more in-depth gameplay from Gears of War 5. And we're going to see a look into the future what next gen is going to bring to the table in terms of the Xcloud. That's what I'm talking about. I'm hyped. And you know what's the best part about it? While your favorite YouTuber sitting on that couch, I'ma be in the building. Facts.
You want to put some money on the wood on that?
New York
Money
State.
on the wood.
I'm gonna put some money on the wood. You gonna be correct?
I mean, man, you having church.
Right? I need the organ.
Keep going, Lemon. Brother Lemon, preach. Where we gonna see?
When you suckers doubted the devil showed you his true light.
The devil is a lie.
He's a liar.
Yes.
Bless yourself. Reach for the control.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Wow.
Wow.
So what you don't think about these exclusives? I mean, what
Exclusive is gonna blow your top off, brother. Thanks.
Hey, that PlayStation gamer said something I can agree with. He wants to see Persona 5 Royal
we
and
have a
Catholic full
church. We
body.
ain't talking about the devil right now.
Wait, you the devil. The devil is not welcome here.
I'm talking about your congregation that's speaking.
Right now.
They want
You can't disturb the church of
but
Xbox.
you don't want to
Church
listen.
of Xbox.
You
Can't
are
turn this to the church of
spouting the
Xbox.
lies. You are trying to deceive this congregation right now.
You. It's poison.
I will
You
not
need to
allow
rub the
you
oil.
to walk these
We
sheep
need
the
to
wrong way.
We need to anoint this young Padawan and put the cross of Xbox on him. And don't put the prison strap to him.
Walk the wrong direction.
I am fucking dead.
You preach to the congregation, but you do not lead them down the righteous path.
All right, okay.
Somebody
I rebuke all you motherfuckers.
All right, and last but not least, okay, Liberty, were you done? Or okay. All right, and last but not least, I guess.
Okay, well, I'm never doing that again.
Oh man, you guys are killing me.
What you got, man? What you got? What is your predictions, brother?
Hey, you know what? Nobody said it, and I was, crossing my fingers and hoping in my toes and legs and everything else. Mm-hmm. Nobody's talking about the initiative.
Right.
No one's.
And there's a lot of talent at that studio, and I know they said, "Oh, you're not going to hear nothing from them for a while," but you know what? I just have a feeling we're going to see a little sneak peek of what they got cooking on the stove. And I'll go on a limb, and everyone's saying, "Oh, Gears." Of course, Gears is going to be there, but I think it's going to be playable.
Ooh. You think a demo? You think a demo's going to come out?
Yes, sir. Oof. And then when we were talking about studio, I'm gonna have to take a safe bet. I'm not gonna jump out there and go IO or Relic. I'm just gonna say Crytek because there's a lot of talk about it. So I'll say Crytek.
Okay.
Because just for simple fact is they can use that engine.
Right. Yeah. That's the main thing right there.
That with the Havoc, you know what I mean?
But yeah, you got Havoc, and then of course but that engine can do so much. Like, I mean,
yes, yep.
just think, and they could pass that engine around to. Let's just think if you had that engine with State of Decay, Mercy,
right?
You would have playability. That would be crazy.
Y'all think Amazon gonna allow that?
What the fuck Amazon got to do with anything?
Amazon owns half that engine. Yes, they own half that Crytek engine.
Do they? I thought that was long gone.
They copied. They copied.
Get them. Okay.
No,
all right.
They did not own that engine. What they did,
touch them, Knuckles.
No, pay attention. They do not own the Cry engine. They were going to use it, but then they copied what they wanted out of the Cry engine and created Lumberyard. That is the engine that they made that improved upon what Cry engine was doing. That's why they had that entire financial issue with Crytek that led them to get close to being bankrupt.
Stop it.
No. Man, that guideliner is on thick right now.
Woo! These guys right. Okay. So
guideliner.
All right. Let's stop. Okay, so South, I mean, so that's it really? I mean, everybody's
what? I'm not too big on predictions and shit because I don't want to be like, yeah, Sal, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Gears playable. I want to see what initiatives working on, and I want them to pick up Crytek. I want them to have that engine.
And
I want a Rise 2.
Thank you.
Yes.
South, you know what I think they might do if they do show initiative. I think they're gonna go that whole Mass Effect route. Remember when they first showed Mass Effect, and they kind of you kind of could see what they were working on, but you didn't really know, like, you know, in full detail.
So you mean kind of like what they did with Cyberpunk a couple years ago when everything just turned red and all you saw was just the 5x5s come down the screen?
No. I'm talking about like they'll show you like the studio and they'll have people talk and then you'll just see like
like stuff on the computers in the background and stuff
but
like
you're not really seeing it like a trailer.
I think we're gonna see a teaser trailer.
Oh, you think so? All right, maybe.
Yeah. You know, I mean, how hard is it to show? You know, I mean. I know. I'm not trying to bring up the devil, but you know, we seen that Death Stranding, 5 years ago.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not even worried about that.
Bring that shit up because even Sony fans are. Oh, I'm a Sony guy too, but what is that game?
we gotta.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, Megatron in here. He being messy.
Oh, that's my man, Megatron.
Said, "Where my damn invite to the show?" We was talking about you at the beginning of the show. You should have had your sleepy ass listening.
Hey, Megatron. Hey, they were fighting over you in the beginning.
Hey, don't worry, Megatron. I called him out.
Yeah.
Regular self and his God cubes.
We'll link up, brother.
And that's fine.
Bloody was like, we had him first.
Oh, you damn right,
you know what I'm saying?
You damn right, I was.
How I get him on my show first, Tatiana.
Yeah. They were bragging about you being on Smash.
See what you did, Megatron?
We had Megatron first on our show.
Megatron. You mega midget.
Yeah,
Forget
Megatron,
that dude, Bloody.
This is how Megatron do me, man. Megatron said, "What's up, man? How you doing, man?" Like, what's up, Megatron? What's going on? Oh, man, you know what? I just wanted to come off of my cloud in the sky and talk to you peasant. I said, what?
Bless you guys.
Bless you with this Xbox knowledge.
The enemy hit me with my Mario mushroom and shrunk me back down to normal.
I said, Megatron, you want to play some games? He said, with you peasant, maybe. Let me get back to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Phil and Aaron wants to talk to me. I'll get back with you tomorrow. And then I don't hear from him for another 3 months. That's how Megatron do me. I'm just, man. Much love to Megatron. That's my dude, man.
That's
he just called. Megatron, I swear to God,
it was a pleasure meeting
my boy just called you Cersei Lannister live.
Oh, shit.
Don't Megatron, don't take that.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Defend yourself.
All right. Okay, so with my predictions, I'll be real quick. Basically, I want Killer Instinct 2. I want Rise 2. That's my ultimate event. But I do think that they're going to show a snippet to Fable. They're definitely going to show Ori and the Blind Forest. They're going to show Will
o' the Wisps?
Will o' the Wisps, yeah. And they're going to show Battletoads. I do think, and I don't have no inside knowledge, but I do think that they're going to show that Ninja Theory game, and I do think it's going to be a sci-fi shooter beat 'em up. It's going to be kind of like Anthem, but on crack. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, because you can do different things. I really do think that game is going to look like that. Everybody's talking about Mech Assault. I've never played Mech Assault, but I hope that they get it.
Mute your mic now.
Yeah.
But I know I never played Mech Assault. Sorry. And
classic Mech.
And really, I can't wait to see Cyberpunk. I'm so stoked for Cyberpunk, and I'm ready to see what Bethesda's going to show as well. I'm excited to see if they're going to finally show us Skyrim. That will get.
You mean not Skyrim? You mean Blades?
Okay, well, whatever. I don't know, but I'll just call it Skyrim.
So okay, Megan.
Just say Elder Scrolls. Just say Elder Scrolls.
You're gonna leave out your man Locke?
No, you know what? They're gonna show Halo. And I guarantee.
Yeah, we know that. That's easy.
They're gonna show the body Halo.
He always hashtagging Locke. We gotta bring that up. You like a Locke retard.
You gotta hashtag Locke. You know what? My day was made. Big shout out to Operations. He showed me this guy that was actually saying that he wanted to write a script for
a Locke TV show.
Yeah, for a Locke show, or if he wanted to, just be a writer for Locke. His character was just so intriguing. Made my day. Like he says, there's so many people that just come up and tell me that they like Locke. And I'm just like, wow. And then actually there's always one of those yahoos that come in and is like, Locke is boring. And then it actually was really cool because there was a lot of people that jumped his ass this morning and was like, look, man. And I loved it. But yeah.
They should write in Locke like they did what's her name? Black Widow. He should just die like Endgame.
Ejectocito.
You make it gonna kick me out for that.
Hit the red button. Hit the red button.
You got to get worse. You about to get out of here anyway.
The whole room got quiet.
We about to do our sign outs, but I do want to ask everybody here, what did they think of the finale of Game of Thrones? What did y'all think?
Fuck that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe I'm more objective than everybody else. First of all, the Starks been getting shitted on since the first episode. They all went out with a bang. They wanted to send them off in a kumbaya, and that's what they did. Because my man had to go to the wall, but he ended up leaving the wildlings out the building. The sisters basically is doing what they do, but they took over. But the Starks ended up on top at the end of the day. Wait. Let me finish. They changed the birthright into a democracy. If y'all peep that, it's going to be a vote now.
No, it's not a democracy. It's a republic. No. It's a republic because it's being led by the heads of the family. Yeah, no, because remember, Sam wanted to
Democrats.
Sam.
No, it didn't say democracy. No, you're right. Because remember, he said, even a dog would get a vote. No,
right.
Yeah, they laughed at democracy from Sam, but right there,
it's a democracy, son.
No, it is a republic.
No,
it is a republic. Yes, it is. Because the fact that it's going to be the leaders of the houses, which are going to be they are going to.
Democracy.
No, it's not.
Democracy doesn't mean leader.
It is a republic. They are two different.
Yeah, he's talking about public voting.
Yeah, they are massively different. If you know anything about history, Sparta, ancient Greece, that was a republic. Democracy is what was in Rome. I am challenging your knowledge, yes, because
that's
for another show.
What did you think about Game of Thrones instead of talking about?
I thought it ended on a slow note.
He said, "This is Sparta." No,
okay,
but it did end where the Starks ended up on top. Where they ended up in the beginning, they was getting thrashed through the whole goddamn 8 seasons.
Nah, you know what? Hey, Sansa was a conniving, scheming fucking bitch.
She was smart.
And Bran was a fucking douchebag for Bran is no more. I don't know who Bran is. Then all of a sudden it's like, well, why the fuck you think I traveled all this way? Because I'm gonna be the king.
But he could see the future. That's why.
Yeah.
You gotta get the point of that.
Hey, but that's cheating. That's cheating.
He said that's cheating. Well, he cheated.
What's up, Newark? What's up, man? You came in
right
at the show.
Hey, look at that. That's on my side because your boy knows what he talk about.
This ain't anime. This ain't anime.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not going to get into the discussion of what's Republican.
We're gonna fight when we get offline.
All right.
We're gonna fight when we get
offline. Anyway.
Right.
Okay. So keep going, Sal.
No, I was just saying Sansa was scheming, and Bran, he was just he manipulated the whole shit.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. From the gate.
Yeah,
I don't know. Bran's no more from literally from one show to the next. It was like, who's Bran? I don't know who Bran is. I'm the three-eyed raven. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm gonna go work somewhere. My eyes are gonna turn blue. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna go fly with the crows.
And he gave Snow the choice. It's your choice to tell. He wanted him to tell.
But he's the one that snitched. Yeah, exactly. He's the one that snitched.
Right.
So he manipulated the whole shit.
All the Starks ended up on top. Even the wolf survived with the one ear.
Well, technically, there's 2 wolves that are still alive. Because
you know what? My man Jon Snow, he risked everything. And I know, Megan, we already got into this, and I guess what he wanted. Nah, bullshit. He even died for that shit.
Yo, he loved.
He deserved more. He deserved more.
When he killed her, he was done. He turned himself in. He could have said anything happened to her.
It don't matter. No, I mean, look, it don't matter, man. That's his auntie. I mean, I understand that auntie love may be on the next level, but
brother and sister sleep with each other for the whole episode. This is a whole new world.
Hey, man,
this is God of War world.
And you're talking about, like
don't mean that everybody's got to
be
like the Lannisters.
No.
You're right. Now the Targaryens, they were known for being incestual.
I know, but I mean, damn. I mean, we all knew. Like, even the dragon, even Drago was like, "You nasty bastard!
Okay,
is this what was going on?" He was over there the waterfall like, "You nasty motherfuckers! Is that how y'all get down? Is that how y'all get down?"
Right. Dragon knew it.
Yeah, Dragon knew it. He was like,
"I'm taking this hoe somewhere else."
Yeah,
you trying to beat it while she's dead.
So to me,
hey, on that note,
yeah. So to me, basically, this is the thing. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We talked about it, South. I it wasn't action packed or anything like that, but it was right to the point. I thought that overall the story was about the Starks, and everybody everybody else that was in it was just added. Just to add on, pretty much. Like, everybody could be in love with Daenerys, they could be in love with the Lannisters, or they could be in love with, Tyrion or Littlefinger, whoever, right? But when it all came down to it, it started off with the Starks and it ended off with the Starks, and so this was the Stark story, and everybody else that was in between was just. There was just a part of that story. I thought it ended well. It was really cool. I thought the people were just overreacted, especially with how died, how Sansa and them died. Like, I mean, the woman was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, what would you want to see?
You mean Cersei?
Yeah, I mean Cersei. Yeah, I'm sorry. When Cersei was pregnant, like, what do you want to do? See her get decapitated or get impaled right through her ass?
I think they wanted to see her
as evil as she was, but everyone thought that she needed to get hurt.
Okay, check this out. Out of everybody, everybody keeps talking about Khaleesi's beautiful ass, right? And then her beautiful homegirl that got her head chopped off. Boy, that hurt my heart.
Missandei?
Lord Jesus. Oh, man. But at least we could see her in Fast and Furious, right? But anyway, Cersei had just as much loss, if not more loss, than Daenerys.
But hold on. But can't you say that she brought on herself?
Not everything. No,
no. Cersei put that on herself.
No.
Most of her kids they died because of her.
Her father did a lot of shit that she didn't even know about. Her kids got killed because of her dad, not because of Cersei.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Her daughter got killed because of her, and the son killed himself because of her.
Well, no, son killed himself because of the cult. I mean, she went through a lot. So, and then I thought it was the most ultimate.
The septum. She killed his wife.
It don't matter.
He said the septum.
She had
that's a scepter.
The cult. The cult just took over. They just took over. She tried to seem like she was trying to have a little bit of compassion, and and after that, when she lost everything, that was it.
Hold on. Let me say something for the record. Yeah. You know what made Cersei a bastard that she was? When the church did her dirty.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
After the church did her dirty, she changed it to a whole new monster. I was like, oh yeah.
That's the thing. When she had to walk. I mean, look. When Daenerys went out there and was got the fire put on, she walked out there naked. Yeah, that's great. But they put the shame on Cersei's ass.
Shit at her and all that. No, I understand her being bitter and
she went through a lot. Yeah. She went through a lot, and then it was the most humble. And then the one thing I loved about that episode. That part of that episode was because they seen her. You seen the levels of
vanity.
Of her demeanor all through when that dragon was tearing up King's Landing. It went through. She was cocky as fuck. Like, oh yeah, we got this. Right. Then all of a sudden she was like, whoa, okay. Then she got concerned. Then all of a sudden it turned to absolute humbled. She got humbled. She started
crying.
She didn't know what to do. She was in fear. I mean, that was perfect. Like, people like, you just seen 30 minutes of the dragon. You seen that dragon decimate her without even touching her. That was beautiful. Right. I thought that writing was fantastic. Right. But, we was. So anyway, let's get to
a whole nother episode.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hold on, let me see. I said no 3-hour
Was
podcast,
ass.
but it was.
We doing that, and they pay attention. They still here.
They still
We
here.
need more likes. I need more likes.
Yeah, well, they would have had more likes if if people did get confused if it was on one thing, because I type it into one thing and then it pops up and then I say we do it live and I'm like, well, where the hell is that? And then never mind. I don't know. It's so weird. But let's do our sign outs. Thanks to our guests. Southbound, where can they find you at, and what's your fell of the week, man?
You can find me on Twitter at Southbound110. And fell of the week, honestly, it's Bloody Knuckles for arguing over fucking Megatron.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Damn, really? Megatron's the nicest motherfucker in the world. Anybody, he'll come on any show. You just give him enough time to make fucking an effort, and he'll do it.
Megatron is dope, man. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He doesn't look like it when you first see him. He looks like he's a shady big bastard, but he's he's cool, man.
Oh, he's a gentle giant.
Yeah, he's a dope dude. It's the same thing with with King David. I'm looking at him.
Oh yeah.
Outside, like, who is this? Yeah, welcome to the. Hey, what's up? What's up? I'm not calling you no damn Lord. You're Lord Mega. Oh, what's going on here? And then when you got to talk to him, I was in there with Lemon and them, and he was in there, and I was like, oh, this dude real as hell. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I just was like, oh well, shit. It's part of the persona, because these things, when you dealing with people in YouTube, the one thing that will say that Z said absolutely correct, is that there's a lot of weird ass people out there, man. You just don't know.
These YouTube weirdos.
They are some weirdos out there. So,
I mean, I can attest to that. I am weird.
Stop it, no.
I'm fucking weird. I don't deny that shit.
Well, hey, listen, I actually got to bounce, guys. So, listen, thanks for having me. Much love to everybody, and thanks again for having me. Anytime you guys want me on, you just hit your boy up.
I mean, hit me up anytime you want to come on, bro. Just let me know.
Well, like I said, anytime I'm with it.
Okay, cool. All right, man.
Absolute pleasure, guys.
Yes, have a good night, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Then we going on to Bloody Knuckles, man. Where can they find you at? What's your fail of the week?
They can find me on anywhere. They can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course Mixer.com. All at Bloody Knuckles. The O is a 0, the E is a 3, and of course it ends in a Z. And for me, my fail of the week was I was probably stuck on a boss in Sekiro for way too long in the middle of a stream. I was out there for like an hour and a half stuck on that son bitch, and it would not fucking do anything. And it was like way too late in the morning. It was the worst. But I did it, but it took me way longer than I was hoping.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, it was the gun fort. I hate the gun fort, man. That's the worst area.
All right, man. Triple Cup Chuck. What's up, man? Where can they find you at? What's your fail of the week, bro?
Hey, y'all, can you hear me now?
Okay.
Hello.
All right, well, Chuck is going. No, I'm just playing. I can hear you, Chuck. Go ahead.
Oh, man, I'm okay. Man, yeah, because you know how this Google Hangout sometimes it be messing up. Man,
now back to you, bloody nipples.
Oh shit!
Fucking sucker.
Man, you just interrupted.
Hey, shut up! 108 Dicks TV.
Oh my God. Okay. One of the twins.
Janksy.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Fell of the week. Forget all that. Fell of the week is I missed out with the brothers last week on GRG. So everybody, I still want y'all to go support last week episode and this week episode. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's out here, you know what I'm saying, that's rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying, having softball here. You know what I'm saying? Good show.
Nice. All right, where you ain't gonna tell everybody to watch your
podcast? On the Rogue Vibration podcast on Thursday nights. All you gotta do is go to the and everybody that's in the chat, just go in the chat, see my face right there. Tag on that, go to the person and go to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, subscribe, check it out. It's cool. Come check out everybody that's on this thing. We be having stuff come out all the time. Even 108 Dragon, he's starting to get more and more professional.
He's not here. He's not. But regardless, but his video.
I'm comedy here. I'm comedy here.
Oh man. But yeah, if anybody wants to check out anybody, all you got to do is you can go. You click on my channel, since you're already here, pretty much, and then you can look and you can see related. No, it's not related. It's recommended recommendations or whatever, and you'll see that there's Delilah, there's Infamous, there's Chuck, there's 100, there's Livewire, Knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Just click on that, and you just hell, I think I even got Tuckmaster in there. Check it out. So yeah, sub and go support everybody, man. It would be great. It would be great. All right, Livewire, where can they find you at, man? What's your fail of the week?
They can find me on my channel at Livewire Gaming, and my fail of the week gotta come to, man. I think it's still the ponies, man, crying over this doggone partnership with Microsoft, man. It's still hilarious to me.
It is very funny. It's funny. It's a hoot. I the excuses is just, I don't know. I can't believe how anybody could just be listening to some of these people, take them seriously, and then argue their same talking point. Yep. All right. And then last but not least, oh no, I think I got two more. I got 100.
You didn't get me.
I gotta get 100.
Always forgetting your light skinned brothers.
I know. 100. Where can they find you at?
I'm found everywhere on the interweb. I ain't too hard to be found.
You sound like Tuckmaster right now. Darn it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to eat. That's what I'm hungry. I got to drink and eat. I got to balance it out.
No, I got to get out here in the storm and get me something to drink.
Yeah, and then
are you doing all right with that storm, bro?
You don't get the same stars as him. You down golf somewhere.
Well, I'm more sensitive.
Right
Yo, Knuckles, can you let him get his outro?
I'm trying to leave.
Disrespectful adolescents.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you're not wrong there. I can't even deny that.
I know you can't.
Well, just sign out.
Go to the Mac store. Go look at the Mac store. 15% off.
Oh shit.
Would you do your sign out?
But man, y'all can find me anywhere, man. We about to be E3 everything and all this other shit, man. I'm about to get out here. I'm about to eat these nachos, and I put turkey meat instead of ground beef, and let's go.
Let's go.
All right, last but not least, 108 Dragons TV. Where can they find you at? What's your fail of the week?
My fail of the week is
your hammer toe.
Oh no. Oh damn. I didn't go see Brightborn tonight. That's my fail.
Oh shit!
Because I'm an avid movie purchaser, and I go to those movies on deck. Cody is only for TV series. But anyway, you can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, and Dragons 108 on Snapchat. I started that today, and please, I'd like to thank Sal for coming through, man. You was an excellent guest, and you made me and 100 look like we good guys. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
See you at E3. Facts.
Facts.
All right, and then last but not least, man, thank you for hanging out with us we almost about to do 3 hours again. God, gee, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
you should be mad when you get 3 hours with no views. You get 3 hours with views. Stop it. Don't be so modest.
I'm just saying, maybe 100 was right. Maybe I should just do it to like 3 topics. Because we always go left anyway. Maybe. I don't know.
That's
but
why they
regardless,
listen.
We man, thanks for hanging out with us even after this time. We do our thing, man, and we appreciate you guys that's been hanging out with us. We know that most people don't watch the show live because we're at different time zones and people be gaming or doing other things on Friday nights. But we definitely appreciate the people that check us out afterwards. There's a lot of people that hits us up or hit me up and say, "Hey, look, Mega, checked it out. Funny as hell," or they give me their points of who was wrong, who was right, or what. It doesn't matter, but yeah, man, I'm surprised that we just doing this and we're stronger than we've ever been, man. It's really cool.
Thanks.
So thank you guys so much. So everybody have a good Friday night. Have a good Memorial weekend. Remember, if you're not playing any games tonight,
you got to do that pants off, dance off. Let's get it.
Well, hold on, man. If you ain't going to work, if you ain't got to go to work tomorrow,
you better take your ass to bed.
If you got to go to work, then you take your ass to bed. But if not, then you better be doing that what?
Dance off, Mega.
Oh, all right, y'all. Peace. God.
Peace.
Y'all fools.
Yo, you know why I interrupted fucking Triple? Because this shit said